What's going on? Today is the day. Draft day, 15 minutes. Who is the pick at 3? Been a wild day to say the least when we're talking about what happened today with Aaron Rodgers, what's been going on, a lot of smoke. Jed York is in his bag tonight with the tweets. It's incredible. I got my guy Faraz, who is a Jets fan, and the clock will, the draft starts after his pick at 2. But Faraz, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, man? Justin Fields are 2. Justin Fields are 2 all day.
Okay, so we're going to end the stream now, and we're just going to move on. And thank you guys for joining. No, honestly, this is the most fun draft process, the entire time. It's going to come to an end now. So we're going to see. Guys, if you have questions, we're going to be waiting for Andrew, everybody else to jump in. We've got some people lined up that will be joining. It should be a really fun show. You'll probably get a chance to see the live reaction to the pick as well. So I guess you're able to record that and use to meet me all over the internet. But guys, is it really just done, with Wilson at 2?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's a done deal with Wilson, but I do think that, and we talked about this before, about the reason why the 49ers might not have talked so much about Justin Fields was potentially because of the Jets potentially into their minds.
Right, and that's the part that scares me a little bit, is more just, hey, what if, here's the thing, right? The Jets coaching staff is basically Shanahan's staff, right? And, I was talking to you about it and, putting my tinfoil hat on. So with like LaFleur, he also has connections to Justin Fields at QB Collective. So who's to say that he doesn't covet Justin Fields right now? I think it's just going to make it for all more interesting. Honestly, I think the NFL has done a good job of making the 49ers keep, this under wraps and build the suspense. Honestly, this is going to be the highest rated NFL draft in a long time, just based off of straight up like ratings and everything that's going on. If you guys want to put your predictions in here, let's go. Dylan, what up? Jason, what's up? Everybody else that's in here. Matt, what's up? This is going to be fun, man. I'm excited. For us, I know you pretty much know your pick at 2, but what's your thoughts about 3 and what you think the 49ers should be doing?
I mean, for me, I honestly think they got to go Justin Fields. I feel like he's the best fit for that offense. Mac Jones was like the guy that the entire media was saying that is going to be him. A lot of 49ers fans, such as yourself and others who are smart, they watch film and they look at this offense. It's hard to imagine them going Mac Jones after they had Justin Garoppolo, for this long, right? So I do think that Justin Fields is the guy. Listen, I don't mind them taking Trey Lance here, but I feel like they didn't really need to trade up this high to get Trey Lance. But they're trading up this high, I do feel like they want to go with Justin Fields, and I think that he's going to be their guy. I still think that's going to be who it is, even though all the reports that came out today are kind of favoring other quarterbacks. But I do think that they're still going to go with Justin Fields. I'm sticking to that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I'm just Duggan being stubborn or I'm just listening to, the information that I've got. But let's put on the tinfoil hat. Go look at Benjamin Albright's Twitter and check his pinned tweet. And he just pinned it. It's from almost a month ago. And it reads, all this smoke around Mac Jones, all this smoke around Trey Lance, and it'll probably be Justin Fields. Check his pin tweet. I didn't make that up. It's absolutely there. Take a look, honestly. And if you want any more assurance, honestly, Albright's tapped in. I'll give him that, man. And he must know something. If he's going to put that up there right there as a pin tweet from a month ago, he knows something. Something's up, man. And Faraz, what do you think about that?
I think it's legit. I mean, if he did that today, he's putting his money on Justin Fields, right? He wants to be right. So if someone like him who kind of tuned in and just how long ago did he do that? I think he did about an hour ago, something like that today, right? So like that. That's basically. I do feel like that's a good sign that the 49ers might take Justin Fields. Let me ask you a question now. Do you think that when the 49ers traded up, they knew who their guy was going to be, or do you actually think that they traded up and they're like, okay, now we have time to do our due diligence with all of the quarterbacks to see who's available at number 3? Did they know 100% that the Jets were going to go Zach Wilson? Maybe. But at the same time, they wanted to control their own destiny here. If they end up going Trey Lance, it is what it is. the evaluation process happened over the last month. So what do you think? Do you actually think they did their due diligence, or do you think they had the guy?
Yeah, I think they did because, they got a bunch of heat in 2017 for not going to evaluate a bunch of guys. So, once they got to 3, you heard Kyle Shanahan say we don't have to hide the pick anymore so that we can do our due diligence. But I do believe that when they made the trade up, they had someone in mind. And I don't believe for 1 second that nobody knows the pick or, hey, they're trying to decide. The pick is in. Honestly, it has been at this point. But they wanted to make sure they got eyes on everything else. Everything else tells me the one thing that I'm certain of is that I don't think it's Mac at 3. I don't think it's Mac. I don't at all. And that's I don't know if that gives people, I guess, confidence or anything like that. But I just don't think it's Mac. I think it's right now. It's Wilson or Fields, and we'll see who gets there, and Lance, honestly. So, 49 fans should be excited with one of the 3, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I'm all good with those guys. But if it was Mac Jones, let's be honest, Jay, right? Because we're only a few minutes away from the first pick here. If it ends up being Mac Jones, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you? How happy are you? Or is that
happy.
the right question?
Happy. Not certain about that, but I just trust Coach, so I'm gonna be with that. I'm gonna stick with Coach, and I'm gonna let him ride it out. But yeah, man, you got to just ride with Coach. But like I said, and I've said many times, if you find out it is Mac Jones, the clock starts immediately to win. You have to win immediately because what you're telling everybody is I can win with this guy over the more talented guy. So I think that's sort of the not allure, but that's the issue with that pick is that it puts him on a clock with Mac Jones, where Lance and Fields would give you some time to work around that.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think there's any chance that the Jets don't take Zach Wilson and potentially take someone like Justin Fields at 2?
See, like, if you go Fields, then I think it's Zach pretty quickly. I think that Zach probably was high on their board, and unfortunately, you get the intel at BYU's Pro Day, standing next to Robert Saleh. Maybe Robert Saleh did him a solid and said, hey, man, this is where we're going. I don't know why he would do that, and I'm not saying he did, because maybe that's not even good business, but Saleh probably let him know and tipped him off, And then there's a lot of good intel going on because if you look at how Carolina and Denver executed that trade, it was based on the idea of, hey, we know that he's not going to be here, whoever this is, this quarterback that they covered, which is probably Trey Lance, and they've got that intel. So, a lot of what's going on, we're going to find out in a little while whether we put the pieces together properly or if something means something or if it means nothing, honestly. So, honestly, as much as people are frustrated right now, this has been the most fun draft process, bro. I swear, honestly, I've had a blast doing this. I don't care how much we've talked about it. This has been super fun, and 49er fans, this is about to come to an end, honestly.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like, an era is coming to an end almost because it's like the build-up to this draft. Like, it's not often that a team has a Super Bowl-ready team. And for a young quarterback as a rookie to come in this situation in the number 3 overall pick, it never happens. So this rookie, whoever that is going to be elated to be on the 49ers, to be working with one of the best coaches in the league, the best offensive play callers. He's going to have a chance to go to the Super Bowl as a rookie, which is amazing.
So I promise you guys, guess. We got our first guest, Mr. Grant Cohn. Hello,
yo, what's up?
Hey,
I'm in the living room. I'm in the war room. I got the TV right here. I'm ready to go. What's up? You're there, so that's a little bit better.
So honestly, we have our first guest, and he is the 49ers quality control coach as well. So this is some good insight. He's been trying to talk
they don't pay me,
Kyle
but I just do the work. They don't let me in the building or anything, but.
So let me ask you, Grant. You know Jed York better than I do. What is he doing right now with his tweets?
Dude, I don't know, man. He's been a little erratic with those tweets recently. I mean, it started in free agency when he started that night. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, Jed York doesn't drink. He doesn't. So he's just, I don't know, feeling a little emotional today. I think it seems like he's in a good mood, which I wouldn't be if I were him if the pick was Mac Jones. So I feel like that's all I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that kind of eliminates that. And then we were talking about the pieces all around with the trades and things like that have happened. But, I mean, honestly, if Jed's on social media, then he knows the outpour and the outcry of the Mac Jones pick. He seems like he's locked in. I mean, so he sends out the tweet, I want to run for a mile, miles 1, 16, 12, 5, 1.
All the different quarterbacks' numbers.
It's so funny.
Including Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. And that one was the one that I'm just like, oh, wow. So now you're just completely leaning in. Grant, is Jet stealing your stick of just trolling the 49er fan base?
I think he's trying to like swoop in at the very end, but it's too late, Jay. I've just gone too far.
It's too late. You already got that locked
I
down.
got it,
so,
man. Although, but he's making a nice attempt right now. I feel like he subtweeted
I
me a
like
couple
it.
of times.
Oh, he did he? Oh man, are you gonna quote tweet him back or?
I might. We'll see. I don't want to get my
So Grant,
credentials.
my guy Faraz is a Jets fan. They're on the clock at 2. He's talking
nice
about
to
the
meet you.
possibility.
What's up,
He's
Grant?
talking
Nice
about
to
the
meet you.
possibility of Fields at 2.
Is that
Well,
is that a legit possibility?
I don't know. That's what I was going to
That's
ask
the
you. What do you
question,
think?
right?
What do you
That's
think?
the question.
I don't see why not. I mean, I have a lot of questions about Zach Wilson. Why is Zach Wilson getting no scrutiny, but Justin Fields is getting all of it? Who the hell was Zach Wilson last year? Nobody. And all of a sudden, he has one good year at BYU, and everyone's like, "Hey, man, he's a perfect prospect." I don't know. It seems like the Jets might actually have a legitimate discussion there. I mean, Jason, I know you prefer Justin Fields, so why wouldn't Robert Saleh? I mean, who does Richard Sherman prefer? It seems like he's really into Justin Fields. Why wouldn't Robert Saleh be? I don't know. Not his call though.
Yeah, 100%. And you know what's funny? Like what we were talking about earlier was that it's possible that the 49ers were keeping Justin Fields close to the chest. They wanted no reports on Justin Fields. They didn't want the Jets thinking that, if Kyle likes Justin, we like Justin. You know what I mean? And they wanted no part of that. They didn't want the Jets to have a shot potentially taking Justin Fields so that there's zero media coverage in terms of the 49ers actually preferring Justin Fields. It would be a shocker. I mean, the draft would just be on fire if the Jets end up taking Justin Fields at 2.
Couldn't you use the same logic, and I'm with you on that, about why the Jets might let people think they want Zach Wilson? Because what if the Jaguars start to think, well, maybe we should take Justin Fields? I mean, Ohio State connection, he's more athletic than Trevor Lawrence. Maybe the Jets were just cool to let everyone think they wanted Zach Wilson when they wanted Justin Fields all along. Or Trey Lance, or whomever.
Yeah, that logic is definitely there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, most people think Trevor Lawrence is at a tier above these guys, but you're right. It's a very similar situation. But yeah, no, I think the fact that there's so many 49ers ties on this Jets, if I was an offensive coordinator, one-game coordinator, running back coach, obviously head coach, you know what I mean? And I think that's why they're keeping it so close to the chest right now.
And one more thing, I really feel like no one knows. Like 3 or 4 people know. I don't get the feeling that maybe some of the players have a feeling, but I don't think anyone knows. It's pretty cool. And also, lastly, the giddiness that Fred York is displaying on Twitter is the giddiness I would feel if I were him and Aaron Rodgers were about to be my quarterback. That's how, because like any of these quarterbacks from college, probably be a little bit of anxiety and apprehension since you've never seen him in an NFL practice. But Rodgers, that would just be the best day of your life.
Well, I was going to ask you because there was a report that just came out about Jimmy Garoppolo and not being able to be moved because of the Patriots not having enough room for his contract. Did you see that report that just came out?
I did not see it. Thank you for alerting me to it. I mean, it seems like that's a lot of money. And there was the report last night that they were trying to rework things. So that makes sense.
Yeah, and the guy who tweeted it he's a hockey insider, right? So to give you guys a little bit of background, he's a hockey insider who nails all of those things. So football isn't exactly his number one thing, but before Schefter and Rappaport set it up, had Brady to the Bucs first.
Yes. Okay.
So there's something there, but I just again when we look at, we talked about this on your show, when you look at the compensation for Teddy Bridgewater, I think it just depresses the value of Jimmy Garoppolo at this point, and it's like, what can you actually get for him at this point? Are you so desperate to move off of him that you'll take the 3rd or a 4th, or are you going to dig in and try to see what you can get from somebody after the board leaves?
Yeah, man. It seems like if you get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, the only reason you're doing it is because Kyle Shanahan says, I don't want to see his face anymore. Get him out. It's like, like you're not married to him. You don't have to live with him. It's not a divorce. Can't you guys like have an amicable working relationship for 6 more months? Can't you? No, I don't know. That's the way I look at it.
Well, the draft is starting. You guys here behind me, it's actually about to start at 8 o'clock. I see Kid Cudi on my screen. So I think we kind of know the first 2 picks, but I'm gonna stick around with you guys until the third pick at least. I'm here trying to stream while my laptop allows me to, but I will be here for the third pick, and we will react live. Waiting for Andrew. We got another guest. We got two guests.
Yo. What's going
Brian
on, man?
and Tim Sprinkles, the Denim Dungeon podcast in the building, both wearing the draft hats. Fellas,
Let's go.
how are you?
Hey, you know what? I got the draft hat on, so I'm ready for the draft to begin. And honestly, I thought this thing was ugly when it came out, and then they got my money. So here we go.
Grant Cohn,
Tim,
finally meet.
Tim,
Here we go.
Hey, how you
that
doing?
suit,
Nice to
that
meet you.
suit is electric. That suit is electric.
I had to pick something out that was fire today to go to work, and I was like,
So
you know what?
fire, so fire.
Wait,
What is your
that's how you
podcast
go-
name? The Denim.
The Denim Dungeon.
Oh my God! Is it because you wear denim shorts and denim
Oh, that's our
jackets?
nickname for Levi's.
Levi's.
But I do wear cutoff denim shorts.
Who doesn't? I do.
And also, Tim has the physique to get it done. Also, I got a chance to meet him when we were out for the pro day. Good God, he would probably look amazing in those things.
Nickname Quadzilla. And
All right, so I got you guys on here. The draft, guys. What are we thinking at 3 right now?
Aaron Rodgers.
Man, it's been fields at three from the jump, and I'm not going off that. So I'm financially invested. I'm emotionally invested. So here we go. Fields
Hey,
at 3.
raise your hand if you put money on the Niners drafting Justin Fields. You gotta love it, man. I love you guys. I really sincerely hope the Niners take Justin Fields for all your sake, man. I'll be so happy for you guys. Do you have plans for the money?
Nope.
That's-
Buying out this bar.
I hedged
and,
a
and
little
making a
bit.
fool of myself.
I hedged a little bit, and I also have money on Mac Jones over 3.5 for his draft position. So
nice.
So that
feel
means
like
all you
that's
guys
a
You cover
winner.
yourself a little bit. Nice.
a little bit, yeah.
That's smart.
But yeah.
I don't gamble money. I just gamble my reputation. It's much more exciting.
Hey, Faraz is gonna dip, man. Thank you for joining, bro. And you'll be right here. But
I'm
man,
gonna enjoy this drive.
Get your guy.
Hey,
All
man.
right, guys.
Nice to meet you. Take care.
All right, yeah, nice to meet you guys.
All
so
right.
guys, I'll ask you guys, and I was talking with Grant about it. The report that just came about with the Patriots and not being able to take Jimmy Garoppolo's contract on in any sort of trade. Any thoughts on that?
Well, obviously that makes sense. That's why I feel like any trade could involve a pick and Mr. Stephon Gilmore, who now you get a little bit salary relief for the Patriots. But I also just feel like, you know what? It's just negotiations right now, right? Like, because they could alter it. They could extend
restructure
him. They could, convert some of that base salary into a signing bonus. So there are ways to get around it. I think at this point it's a staring contest because Bill wants to win the first trade by not having to give up anything more than a 3rd round pick. That's my thought.
Cool, Tim.
I agree with Brian in the sense that the Patriots want to kind of see how the first 14 picks play out. I mean, if something falls to them, they might capitalize on that. But I don't know if Jimmy to the Patriots is in the cards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not certain, and we talked about it on Grant's show. Look, I see Mel Kiper already yelling at the screen. Now it's a go. But Grant, we were talking about it, and we were saying, I think that once you see the draft board lay out and who's going to be left at the altar when it comes to starting quarterbacks, and there's only a handful of places that Jimmy Garoppolo could land. We talked about it on your show. You want to reiterate your answer? Do you think that this draft, or not only will we be alive on Sunday, but will Jimmy Garoppolo be on the team on Sunday?
I mean, not if Aaron Rodgers is. I want Aaron Rodgers. I want to cover Aaron Rodgers. Let's go. Come on, man. 100%. Hey, you're all in for Justin Fields. I'm all in for Aaron Rodgers. Let's go.
Dude,
It's the
I'm all
best
in
thing
for
I've ever
Aaron
heard.
Rodgers. If it's Aaron Rodgers, I'm game time. That's fine with me.
Yeah, like Aaron doesn't need to develop on the bench behind Jimmy. Like Jimmy, thanks for everything. No, here's the thing with the Patriots. Doesn't it seem like you're right? It's a negotiation. They're trying to get the Niners to pay for half or most of this salary, the way that the Panthers had to pay for Bridgewater. I mean, that's what's expected now, right? Yeah.
because if you're the Patriots, why don't you just say, well, we'll just wait for you to release him?
Right. So the more the Niners spend, maybe the better the pick they get in return. Are they buying a draft pick here if they pay for 20 of the 27 million, something like that, or all of it?
Yeah. So I've
Buy a
got
draft
one more
pick.
guest. I got one more guest.
Oh,
Let's go, Rich Madrid.
I gotta bounce, man.
What's up,
All
All right,
Rich?
Grant.
What's
Grant,
up?
thank you, man.
Hey, you're muted though.
Great.
There you go.
No, I'm not. What?
There you go.
You don't want to leave.
What's up, Rich?
What's up?
What's going on? So we were just talking about the report that just came out about Jimmy Garoppolo not being able to be sent to the Patriots because of the contract issue. Any thought on that? That literally just came out, I want to say, like a few minutes ago.
That sucks.
No, but don't you think that like the Niners could pay for most of that, like the way that the Panthers did, and work that out for Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what their reluctance is to get rid of that guy.
Did Mark Schlereth just tweet? Did Mark Schlereth just tweet that the Denver to Rodgers is a done deal?
Dude, Aaron
What?
Rodgers in Denver would be tasty. That would going against Patrick Mahomes.
Hold on,
twice
what?
a year.
Did that really happen?
I don't know. I'm seeing it in the comments. Can anybody confirm?
Oh, wait a second,
Yup.
I'm looking.
Rodgers to Denver is apparently done, according to Mark Schlereth.
Mark Schlereth? Hold on.
Oh,
He's the
Hold
one
on.
that breaks it.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's tapped
Mark
into Denver.
Schlereth?
He's tapped into Denver.
All right, hold on. 2 tweets in the last hour.
Read it, Grant.
This right here, a deal for the Broncos to land Aaron Rodgers is, quote, as close to a done deal as it can get.
Still could
end
fall
quote.
through, but fingers crossed.
I feel like that's the kiss of death, and it's
if
not.
he's
done.
going, if
Yeah.
he's going to Denver, what do you think the Packers are getting in return? Are they getting 9?
Lock.
Oh God,
Lock for Rodgers straight
lock
up.
and love, baby, lock and love.
Wow.
Well, thoughts on that? So, I mean, I guess that might be taking Aaron Rodgers off the table at least today. I mean, that's big news, man. Today is insane. What an day.
Wow. Jeez. I feel like
Rich?
the Niners were going to get Rodgers, and then Rich came on the show and blew it up. Like, it was all going to happen, and then,
Come on, Rich.
I don't know,
It's 'cause-
man.
I'll tell you,
Christ,
Rich,
man.
Rich has been pimping Rodgers to the 49ers
Come on.
since that news broke. That Rich
Good
has
man.
been the biggest
good man.
supporter.
I've been watching the 49ers for like 2 years.
There you go.
It looks like 9 and 2 future first. Is that what people are saying?
Jeez. That happened fast. Aaron Rodgers was like, hey, guess what, guys? You have an hour to trade me. Good for him. Nice.
Control his destiny.
Holy,
He
Nice.
deserves that.
Get the hell out of there. Yeah.
holy.
I'll tell you,
You know
what,
what?
man.
So what
that- does that make Denver? I don't think that makes Denver the favorites in the AFC, but it's got to be Kansas City, Denver, and Buffalo now.
Here's your
I
question.
need to
Here's the question.
Myself with the Denver hat.
Put the Denver hat on your new profile picture. Here's the question. So that was just a guess. All right, my bad. That's just a guess. Let's say Denver ends up Denver gives away 9, and the Packers are on at 9. Are they looking for a quarterback there, or are they going to try to move up from 9, or is that something where they're just going to take best player available because Jordan Love's not ready to play?
But why did you draft him?
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, is it going to be the Mac Jones show in Green Bay?
Oh wow!
It better be Jordan Love. How could it not be Jordan Love?
Right.
How could it not be? They better play him.
I would say that would be the worst first round pick in decades because
You've already
not
given
only
up on him? Yeah,
not
like,
only is he not ready, but he pushed Aaron Rodgers out. You pushed out the MVP.
Yeah,
What are you
that's
guys
true.
doing?
that'd be yep. Hey, I gotta go
Rich?
update my live blog, man. This
Yo.
is getting crazy. I'll see
Grant.
you around, man. Yeah, I'll see
Thank
you.
you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
All right,
We're going,
Grant.
Grant.
So if if Rodgers really is gone from Green Bay, would Green Bay then be a trade partner for Jimmy Garoppolo?
So, all right, that's a good question, right?
Clears a lot
but
of cap space.
It does, but all right. Broncos reporters are denying it. It looks like they're saying right here. I mean, I'm trying to maneuver in between looking at Twitter and both, but Schlereth, I kind of believe it because he is tapped in with Denver at least. He's on TV now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's one thing to know, it's local beat writers don't know jack.
Is that what we're gonna learn
hey.
today? Is that what we're gonna learn today?
Did any of the beat writers predict the trade up to 3?
Nope.
The
Nope.
Niners beat writers, and they're some of the best in the biz.
Hey, Rich, real quick, tinfoil hat time. Benjamin Albright He pinned a tweet from a month ago saying there's a lot of smoke around Mac Jones, a lot of smoke around Trey Lance, so the pick is probably going to be Fields. He pinned that to his profile. Thoughts?
Are we? Yeah, he does. He's never. I mean, he's had some winners. He's been right a bunch. He's had some one, and then but when he's wrong, I don't think he really owns up to it. But
well, his mocks are. I think when they did the when they present who's best at mocks, I think he's like third with like 53% or something like that is his hit record on this. So I mean. At the time, like I feel the same way that you do. As like sometimes these guys they don't really like take ownership of those things. But I mean, honestly, for him to do that, I don't understand. Why you would be doing that to add flames to the fire when he was talking the other day about like it's not Fields at all.
Yeah, I mean, he does have some good information. I don't if he pinned it.
When did he pin it? Do we know?
Just now.
Must have been.
It wasn't his pin tweet.
Hey,
it wasn't his pin tweet before.
I'm willing to believe it, Jay, because it fits my narrative.
Fits my narrative, guys. Yes, it absolutely does, and I hope that it's very true. Honestly, we're probably a few minutes away from Andrew joining too. They haven't even really started anything. I think there's like a concert going on. Anybody who's like looking at the screen
is Andrew gonna dip in and out from his draft party to talk with us
and answer the phone?
I mean. Who didn't tune in to the draft to watch Kings of Leon? I mean, that's why I tuned in.
And skinny Joe Thomas.
And they're already booing Roger Goodell from here, as you guys can hear. That's pretty funny, honestly. He brought the chair. I think that's hilarious. He brought the chair from last year. I think that's really
the chair
funny.
where he sunk into after he ate all those edibles when his back went out.
Was it edibles? I thought he was just gone off of the liquor.
Dude, just the way they kept melting into that chair, I was like, he's had some infused candies.
Honestly,
what?
Rich, let me ask you a question.
They put the Jags on the clock.
Yeah, Rich, let me ask you a question. So the Jags are on the clock, and I think we kind of know the pick. What would you say the percentage of a chance that the Jets fall in love with Justin Fields and he goes at 2?
It's been in the back of my mind. I don't know. It's probably like 70-30. I'm leaning that they go Wilson.
I feel like 30.
I've
30 is high. I feel like
yeah, it is. I've always wondered how much they really like Wilson. And how much they like Fields. I mean, we just haven't really heard a lot about their draft plans and their process. So they seem to have done a pretty good job of keeping everything tight-lipped, unlike the team we all root for. But
that's the thing. I would say, and that's where I've landed on why all the secrecy with the 49ers, because it just stands to reason that if Kyle Shanahan thinks that Fields is his guy, then the guy that budget Kyle Shanahan that's going to run the budget Shanahan offense in New York would be like, well, then it stands to reason that I should probably want that guy as well.
I think they've been doing a lot of what they're doing because they don't want somebody to jump them to 2 for the guy they want, and they don't want the Jets taking or figuring out who they want. Now, you have to realize LaFleur and Saleh probably have an idea who the 49ers want or are going to take. Would they do that if they like the guy more? I mean, probably. I don't know. And maybe they don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out. Or they're just sold on Zach Wilson, and that's always been their guy.
So but, I just got an alert. I just got an alert about the Rodgers to Denver thing, and the beat writers are saying nobody's talking about that. So there goes that as well.
Damn. I mean,
great, right? You want him in San Francisco? I was gonna say, don't you? So somebody said that chair stinks. The one that Roger Goodell had up there. So the Jags, the Jags are on the clock right now. So I mean, they shouldn't take so long. Honestly, they should really just run it up there. Honestly, it's the worst kept
as much time as they want.
Why?
Will Jag fans ask for their money back if they don't draft Trevor Lawrence? All those guys that gave Trevor Lawrence money for his wedding, they requested back.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
They donated $20,000 to charity because that's how much they got.
So there's two Jaguars here. place. I'm not trying to make fun of Jaguars fans, but they both have jerseys that have it's a Blaine Gabbert jersey, but it's got every name of every quarterback under it crossed out all the way straight down to the back. It's two of them.
Is Minshew on there?
I think he is. Yes, I think it's
Yes.
really Bortles.
Future 49er.
They're letting
Gardner
fans
Minshew?
sit in the chair. Oh,
Why?
that's not.
Oh, the clock officially started. Good gosh.
It
10
hasn't-
minutes.
It's happening. We're here.
Draft is on, guys. We made it.
30 minutes.
We made it.
Well, sorry.
We didn't.
Oh,
we didn't
I forgot it's only 10 minutes. Clock's only 10.
Yeah, we didn't kill each other. We made it. With all the discussions and everything, we're about to find out, man. And right now, I just want to say this was really, really fun. No matter the outcome ever, this draft process, my year, it's just super fun, man. You really can't deny that. This is going to be the most fun draft I think we probably have ever taken part of.
I mean, honestly, like, what are we going to do next offseason?
Well, I know what we're going to do after this, Rich. No matter who the pick is, we're all going to argue in favor.
32.
Oh, why? Because we're getting Rodgers?
Hey, there's still time.
There is. Someone's just saying that we got to secure this Rodgers deal. Time is running out. Thanks for that, Julio.
They got a max of 30 minutes.
We can start
Figure it
prepping
out.
for Rich's pro day after the draft.
Rich, what would your pro day entail? And I feel a joke coming my way, but go for it.
What would it be?
What position are you going out for?
I'm not doing any of that.
Such a perfect answer, honestly.
Nope.
You can see my pro day on Saturday when I'm live streaming me pounding beers on the chairlift between runs.
And also quote tweeting people and yelling at them and stuff while you're on the chair.
Yeah, we'll see how tonight goes. It might kill my vibe this weekend up there.
So let me ask you a question. What are we going to argue about after the pick? Are we going to argue in favor or against the pick? Like, is that what goes next? Because things get slow really quickly. What would you say? Is that where we're just going to go back to fighting about something different?
I said this on Clubhouse last night. You know, if they pick Mac, you know, if they pick Trey Lance, if they pick Fields, I've already kind of written about Fields. I had a post on Niners Nation today that I just got around to finishing yesterday because things have been kind of busy for me lately. But you know, if it's not Fields, the other two guys are going to get a deeper and more fair evaluation from me. I'm not going to try to, you know, be biased about it one way or another. I mean, I've been saying this on all these streams and all these podcasts and Clubhouses. You guys already know that I'm a little higher on Mac Jones than a lot of people, but you know, I just don't think he should be the pick. You know, but I wouldn't hate it because you're going to win games. They can win 10 or 11 games with Mac Jones. But that's, I think, the ceiling. I just think the ceiling is with him at quarterback is 9, 10, 11 win seasons. You squeak into the playoffs, and you win maybe the wild card game. And, you know, after that, it's a crapshoot with, you know, if you have to go on the road, I don't think you can go on the road to a place like Green Bay or, you know, a colder climate like Philadelphia or New York or something.
Right.
It's a Jared Goff situation for me.
I say Biederman and Madsen on Candlestick Chronicles on their most recent episode talked about, you know, one of the struggles that Breeze had, even though he was incredibly accurate, he had that average to below average arm, which made it difficult in cold weather and things of that nature. And so, you know, that's where I think. Why are you drafting Mac Jones? I've never thought that they were, and unless they do, it just never made sense.
And it's not even colder weather. I mean, they could play Seattle in September up here when it's 65 and rainy.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have the arm strength to throw through that weather up here.
So this is a good question from I want to make sure that I say your name right, Renee, thank you for the donation. We know after first pick will be crazy, but who do you guys have going for our second pick? Keep crushing it and let's go Niners. Appreciate that, man. Tim and Brian, talk to me.
So, I mean, obviously the consensus from everyone is that Wilson is going to go number 2. I think it leans heavily in that favor. The question for me is how much information did LaFleur get from Shanahan regarding
Tim, I think he means pick 43.
Their second pick.
Oh, my
The
bad.
second pick.
The second
Yeah.
pick. The 49ers second pick.
That's my fault. I can't read. I don't know if I said that. I just throw footballs.
No.
Too many
Go ahead, Tim.
concussions.
No, so 43. What, do the 49ers stay pat at 43, or do you see them trading up or back into the first round?
No, they're moving up for sure. They're going to move up. We've seen deals happening from them the last few years. It just makes sense that they're going to do something. They have 9 picks. They don't need 9 spots on the roster. They're going to package something to get back up into the first round. I'd love to see them get ahead of Pittsburgh so that they can grab Najee Harris. That's what I'd like to see them do.
I think I'm hard pressed to think they'll go for a running back in the first round, but Najee Harris is worth it. He is a first round talent. Rich, I know you're not big on running backs in the first round, and I understand the value there. I honestly think if they trade up, it's going to be because one of the top 5 or 6 corners falls, or they have an edge defender that they have their eye on, like a Joe Tryon out of Washington or something like that.
Andrew, thank you for being here.
How you doing?
You can talk. So get Rich's response to this question, and then you give your response to this question.
We know after the first pick we'll be crazy, but who do you guys have going for our second pick? Keep crushing it and let's go Niners. Rich, who do you think the Niners, I believe it's 43 is the number we're looking at where the Niners are?
Yeah. For trading back into the first round for Najee Harris, I wouldn't hate that. I mean, this system needs a good elite running back. I mean, I love Mostert. I love what Wilson has done, but I mean, they're kind of at their ceiling with those guys in the offense. Last year they were hurt a bunch, and it sucks to say because that's the business aspect of the game and looking at it like they're not humans and they're just guys to entertain us. But don't get me wrong. I think they're great guys and they've given that team a lot. But there's a big difference in having an elite running back. Look at Derrick Henry ran in that system last year. Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook ran in the same system, and those guys are elite running backs. Unfortunately, those teams didn't do a lot except for the Titans and Browns made the playoffs, but they had quick exits. But a good running back paired with a really good quarterback can do a lot for that. Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones, I mean, that they ran the same system, and those guys dominated everything right up until the NFC Championship game. So there is a difference in having an elite running back in the backfield back there. And if you can get someone like Najee Harris, I think the sky's the limit with that offense.
I like the Najee Harris idea. The one I'll say, just to be a little different, we have the same thought of running back. When we thought the Niners were going to be a Super Bowl contending team, I was very much on the idea of ETN at 32, kind of like the Chiefs did with CEH at 32 last year, where they just kind of took the luxury pick at 32. If ETN is there at 43, I wouldn't mind that. I think Travis Etienne in a Kyle Shanahan offense, because none of us, I agree with Rich too, none of us saying we want a running back in this draft, a higher pick. The clock just reset. I don't know why the Jaguars have 10 minutes now.
No, the pick is in.
Oh, the pick is in. Okay, I'm streaming, so I'm a little behind everybody.
Lawrence.
But Mostert is getting up there in age. He's dealt with injuries, so it's that thing where they probably could use somebody. I would love Najee Harris. I would absolutely love Najee Harris. I love the idea of a cost control running back for 5 years. Another name is Michael Carter. I don't think he's really a necessity at 43. I think you get him deeper in the draft. Jason is raising his hand like something's going on. I think we're going to run off of Jason's TV, because I'm assuming you're at a restaurant. There's TVs live. I'm on a stream, so I'm a little behind.
Well, I think Schefter just tipped it off that it's Trevor Lawrence. So,
What?
guys, number one. Yes, I don't know, man. Rip up all the mocks.
Hey, can I just address Lemon Ice Queen? Asked multiple times why there are Walmart Joe Staley's in the upper right-hand corner. And I would just like to say that even if you call me a Walmart Joe Staley, that's a compliment to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm a Target brand Joe Staley.
Yeah, he's a Target Joe Staley. No, so we got Tim and Brian up there
Joe Staley.
Of the Denim Dungeon podcast. Said it right this time, guys. Remember that? That was embarrassing the last time I did that. Tim and Brian both came out to my pro day, and Tim, amazing job. Like, we need to get him drafted in the NFL in terms of not drafted, but somebody needs to sign him as a quarterback coach, because that one throw, 100% on Tim teaching me just how to throw a football.
Happy to help, Andrew. Happy to help.
Number one pick is in. Let's see. What? Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence off the board. My mock is dead. I had
tear up all the mocks. Tear them up.
Going there.
Had Kyle Pitts going to Jacksonville.
Oh man.
Worst kept.
He's like,
why would they draft Kyle Pitts when you already have elite tight end Tim Tebow getting ready to sign? Like, what are we talking? Like, Christ, man.
Rich, say the line. Rich, say the line.
Which one?
Which one?
Rich?
All of them.
Christ, man.
There it is.
All right. So, I guess any reaction to the shocking news of Trevor Lawrence at 1? We'll start with Jason. What do you
not
think?
At all.
No?
Worst kept secret. I don't understand why it took you 10 minutes to do it. There's no sort of suspense. The Jets are on the clock. Now I am sweating now.
All right.
Now I'm sweating right now.
So are you sweating because you're afraid it's Fields, or are you sweating because the Niners are coming up?
I'm sweating because I'm afraid it's Fields. Yes. Also, yes. Yes is the correct answer.
B.
Yeah.
So the Jets are on the clock. Brian, Tim, what do you guys think? It's official. We've known it. So I keep looking to my right. I'm trying to get my fan on. It's hot in Sacramento, as you guys would know. What are you guys' thought on the first pick going to Trevor Lawrence, as everybody expected?
I mean, obviously we expected it. Trevor Lawrence has been expected to be the first pick in the 2021 NFL draft since 2019. So that's not unexpected. Now we've got Disney Prince Zach Wilson in the green room, standing up, getting ready for the Jets to pick him.
Is that Zach's mom?
Yeah, I would assume. I would assume so.
That's Zach's mom. Okay.
Okay, Zach. Honestly, if you can get an Urban Meyer to finally go to the NFL because he knows he can draft you, I feel like that's pretty impressive on your part. So, Trevor Lawrence, tough to pick apart his game. All I'm going to say is Fields at 3. Justin Fields beat him out in that Elite 11 camp in 2018. So, who knows, man? Who knows?
Hey, real quick, Ian Rappaport just tweeted an update on the Packers. That's not really an update. Green Bay hasn't engaged at all, despite a few teams calling about Aaron Rodgers. The Packers have no plans to trade him as of now, so nothing's changed.
Shocking.
So the update is there is no update.
So you're telling me Jeopardy is getting a new host?
Finally.
Oh. Does Rodgers have enough courage in his convictions to not play next season?
Yes.
I think so.
Agree. Did any of you guys see Dieter Kurtenbach's tweet earlier today?
Yes.
That Farron Rodgers, this is the ultimate end game for Rodgers, forces his way to San Francisco and then immediately retires and tells the fan base, you should have drafted me in back in 2005. If there is a petty enough man on this planet to do that,
it would be Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers, yeah. Rich, what's your thoughts on Lawrence going 1?
I think he's the best prospect we've seen since Andrew Luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Short and sweet. Rich is like, we all knew. Rich said we all knew Lawrence was going 1. I don't need to really say anything. No, this isn't shocking.
I have no question that Lawrence physically
have gotten him.
So Jason,
Lawrence
just to give me an idea of how far behind streams are, what is your TV say? How much time do the Jets have left in their pick?
3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, I'm at 4:15. So you're a solid 30 seconds ahead of me. Which fine, Jason is in Cleveland. It makes the most sense that he has the fastest feet out of all of us. Which, by the way, how's that flight
we're
today?
The same spot. We're the same spot.
The flight was very short. Like I tried to close my eyes real quick, and it was only an hour 15 minutes, and I was there in no time. Honestly, it's a lot different than taking a flight to catch a flight to go to California. Very much different.
And
The
Brian
weather is relatively similar to when you showed up last Saturday, except for rain.
Where's Brian and Tim at?
Yeah.
Where are you guys at?
We're just well, we're watching ESPN from DirecTV, so we're in my living room.
That's your living. Okay, well, this is the story of the day now. Nobody cares about my fireplace. I want to talk about your living room. That is, I just feel cozy looking at it.
Yeah, it's this was my grandmother's house. We bought it
So the Jets took
like
Wilson
5 years ago. Yeah, Jets took Wilson or are taking.
Jet-
Well,
is-
if
is
they
it-
don't take Wilson, this is embarrassing because all they've
Is
shown
it-
is Wilson clips.
Is it but is it like because Schefter and them, they spoiled the tweets. I mean, they spoiled the picks like before with a tweet, but I haven't seen that come across just yet.
Well, no,
yeah.
ESPN and NFL Network, I think, have an agreement to not tip picks. So we're not going to get any of that
pick
from
is in.
them tonight. The pick is in, according to Tim. I'll let Jason and Tim take control of who's drafted. As I said, I'm behind. And Rich, do you even have it on, or are you just trusting us to tell you?
I have it on my phone right now. It says there's 2:38 on the clock. It still doesn't say the pick is in.
Yeah, okay. So we're about the same spot. So we'll let Jason, Brian, and Tim tell us the pick. I think that's the best way to go about
Rich,
it.
Is that
The
a
pick is in.
Fullerton polo?
The pick is in, and all they're showing is 49ers and how Zach Wilson fits here. Oh my God, I'm sweating.
Huh.
What?
Why are
I think they're just showing. I think they're showing 49er clips because
Because of the and the coaching
LaFleur
staff.
is going to be running that offense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Rich, is that a Fullerton shirt or is it a Florida shirt? It's Fullerton, isn't it?
It's Fullerton, man. I have no connection to Florida.
I don't know.
Everybody asked me that.
Hey,
Well, haven't you guys ever heard of the fucking
I
baseball
nailed that.
team?
I asked Fullerton.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Brian did ask Fullerton.
Andrew, I'm sure you've heard of the Fullerton Titans baseball team.
I have. I absolutely have. They're a very good team.
Hey, I know this is I know this is draft day, but Andrew,
Yes.
how about them Giants with the best record in baseball?
How about them Giants?
No,
I like
Rich, say
It's
it.
good.
Rich, say it.
No big
say
deal.
it. If you start talking baseball, kick him out.
Kick him out.
Kick him out. Kick him out of his own
No baseball
podcast.
today.
No baseball today. Is
Here
now a
comes the
bad
pick.
time.
You're right. There is no.
Here we go.
Giants
Here's the
baseball
pick. So we'll let Jason take it.
Here comes the pick. There's a Jets fan sitting in Roger Goodell's chair. Probably smells like.
Does he just
Scotch.
show him? Did he just show him the pick? Like that's the thing.
I mean, he's probably like, no, man. Here we go.
All right. With
Okay.
the second pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Zach Wilson. quarterback.
Okay.
Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Steve Young
Ladies and
University.
gentlemen, the moment we have been waiting for 34
Disney
days.
Prince, Zach
The
Wilson.
San Francisco
And Rich left.
49ers are on the clock. Rich left. We lost Rich. That's okay.
Oh my God, you
Guys.
guys! Oh my God!
We're here.
7
We're
minutes
here.
and 35 seconds left.
Oh my God.
Holy
Well,
shit!
this
you
is it.
guys.
This is it, guys.
Let's
This
go.
is it. This
Oh
is what
my
we've been waiting
God.
for. This is what we've been talking about for months and months. My
My
goodness,
stomach is
man.
about to fall out my butthole.
The San
All right.
Francisco
So
49ers.
Fields
On
at
there's
three.
Rich.
There's
Fields
Rich.
Feels
He's
at
back.
3,
at
baby.
3.
Feels at 3,
All right.
baby. Let's go.
All right. One more. So 7 minutes. Let's go around the table one more time. Let's make our predictions one more time. Let's talk about it. Let's start. Rich, go. Pick a 3. Go.
Give me Fields, baby.
Whoever the Packers want. No, Justin Fields.
Fields great, baby.
Can I change it to Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going with. Like whoever the Packers want right now, they could have. Let's talk about that. I think that's could be in the world that
If they're not going to
that
get
happens.
Rodgers right now, give me Fields.
Yeah, get Fields.
Fields.
We're gonna see. We're getting close to 6 minutes. Zach's got a smile on his face. He's excited.
Robert Saleh's got his quarterback.
Good for Robert Saleh, and I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the Jets, and I'm wishing
Guys,
them
can I
nothing
just
but.
say that one of the things I'm looking forward to most is the shots of Mac Jones as he slides down the draft board.
Oh,
but he's in the green room.
I tweeted that the other night. I said it's the 2005 draft, but in 2001, and Mac Jones plays Aaron Rodgers. I really think that that's a thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't like.
What I don't
know who's going to take him.
What I don't want to see right now on the TV is flashing to Mac Jones and he's happy and smiling.
Oh,
that's not what I want.
Is that what popped up? You can't do
No,
that to me.
not yet. But they showed Zach, they showed Trevor. Like, let's stay away from Mac Jones.
I have a feeling that they're going to show Jones, Fields, and Lance in the next 5.5 minutes. 5.5 minutes, guys.
I didn't expect to be this stressed. Not gonna lie, I did not expect to be this stressed.
Me either. Yeah. All I did was talk on the podcast about how it was gonna be calm, everything was gonna be good. My heart is racing right now.
Oh, we're gonna react very calmly. Like I feel it. I trust myself.
I'm not.
Can't do anything about it now, man.
When was the last time you were nervous during the Niner draft? Like
2005.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and we all know how that went.
Same situation. Are we going to make another Aaron Rodgers mistake?
Oh gosh, please no.
Please don't.
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left.
Please don't put that out there.
Please don't.
Zachary Wilson, he's talking on the screen. Oh my gosh, Mel's best available. Number 2, Devonta Smith. I don't think he's going to go to the Niners.
I doubt it. Yeah.
Look how baby-faced Zach Wilson is.
Who's gonna be led by him?
I mean,
hey man,
who's that?
That's the whole Wilson family.
Okay.
Oh, that's Wilson's family. Okay.
Well, that you can tell that's his brother.
Okay. And the Jets are clapping in the room. There you
Hey,
go.
Look at that bald, beautiful man in the back.
Congratulations,
Both of them.
Salah.
Way to go,
Nice.
Salah. Way to go, buddy.
Wait, is the tagline for next season the biggest season ever?
What happened, Rich?
Is that Trump in there with him?
Oh wow! All right, Andrew, you go.
How do I boot Rich? How do I
boost Rich? How do I boost him?
Yeah,
my goodness.
I'm boosting Rich. Right now.
So on my clock it says 4:28, so that probably means there's like 3:55 before the pick.
2 right now.
3:52.
What if the clock expires? Oh no!
Auto draft, like in fantasy football.
No, then we get Fields.
They just give you best player available and you get Fields.
According to Mel Kiper, Mel Kiper's best available is the auto pick.
Oh no, Devontae Smith. I'll be like, why?
Oh man!
Oh God, you guys,
this is the moment, guys.
dude. My heart is literally beating out of my chest.
Yeah,
Look at them. They're so calm. Oh, they clap.
They clapped at the Wilson pick.
Oh God, Niner room's clapping.
Ooh, look
someone's calling in the pick. Someone's calling in the pick right now.
Making a phone call.
Send the pick. Oh no, and I think we should take Andrew's advice and just draft Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I think that's the strategy.
If he's available. Yeah.
Say Patrick Mahomes. Well, okay, now I'm going to change it. Actually,
Patrick Mahomes,
say Aaron
Kansas City
Rodgers. Put Aaron Rodgers on the card. Aaron Rodgers can be the guy. That's legally binding. Aaron Rodgers is going to go along with it.
No, Roger Goodell's going to read it. He's going to be like, the San Francisco 49ers select Aaron Rodgers. He'd be like, what
out of the
hell?
Green Bay Packers? That's not even a college.
And like Rodgers just like walks up on the stage. And he's
Hey,
like,
quit showing Mac. Mac's on the TV right now, but he doesn't look happy.
He looks sad.
He's looking at his phone.
Oh, there's Justin.
Oh
God.
I can't see any of this. I got
Two girls are smiling on the couch.
Oh yeah, we're watching the ESPN feed.
Yeah. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left.
Turning on ESPN.
Why am I hate that I'm so giddy
nervous
right now. I
Me
hate
too.
that I'm so giddy.
This is gonna be the longest 2 minutes of my life, man.
Guys, this is just it's
Can
the future.
we offer some insight? Rich Madrid.
Limited Mac Jones, limited mobility.
Rich
Get him
Madrid,
off the
tell
TV.
me something about what you like about Justin Fields, the idea of Justin Fields and Kyle Shanahan's offense. Let's get some analysis going here.
everything.
Everything. The ability to throw deep, and the ability to make plays out of structure.
Pick is in.
Pick is in. The pick is in.
Oh my God.
They didn't use the whole clock. They didn't use the whole clock, so they knew.
Oh my God.
Pick is in.
Justin Fields, please.
Come on, guys.
Okay, guys. Once again, before
Listen.
the pick is announced, I just want to remind everybody we are on a stream. We are representing ourselves. Let's just In case the worst happens, let's
This
be
is
calm.
and this is a family show at the end of the day. So just
This is
remember
a
that.
family show, Rich. Remember that. Actually,
Sorry.
Rich, I did a
I
very
like how
fun.
I
My
like how he
family
singled out
is
Rich.
here, and I already
I-
warned them that if they
I just
take
want
Mac
to point
Jones,
out,
they're
Rich,
gonna
I
hear
did a
some
thing
things.
today, and I really enjoyed it. I searched at Rich J Madrid, Mike Trout, and it was pretty fun. It's actually you love Mike Trout. This
Yes, I
is what
do.
I'm talking about as I'm
Who
having an
doesn't?
anxiety attack on the inside. This is what I'm picking.
Oh my God, you guys!
Collective consciousness, guys. Everybody say
Hey, vibes.
Justin
Let's
Fields.
go vibes.
Trey
Positive
Lance.
vibes.
Trey Lance. The pick is in. Trey Lance.
Is
Are you
that
serious?
Is it?
Done deal. Trey Lance.
is that what you're saying, or is that what
Are
you
you
read
guessing?
on the Twitter?
I am not guessing. It just came across. 49ers take
Lance.
North Dakota. Trey Lance. Done and done.
Why'd you say that before the pick was announced?
Because it just got spoiled on Twitter. The pick is in, and it is Trey Lance. Done
Who
and
said
done.
Ah.
NFL Sports Update.
Okay. Hey, you know
All right.
what?
Hey, it's
Sure.
not Mac Jones.
If that's the
I'll
Hey,
take
case,
Trey Lance.
huh? Yeah, dude,
Thank-
I don't like that I got spoiled on Twitter. I was excited for the natural moment, but that's okay.
Just
So
somebody
if
explain to me
that's-
why Lance over Fields.
I don't know. You know, unless unless
Here it is.
Okay,
Here it
here
is.
it is.
Trey Lance.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay.
Analyze. Go.
Ugh.
Rich, thoughts?
Okay. Go for it, Rich.
You know, I'm fine with it.
By the way,
I
Trey
like
Lance
Trey
spoiled
Lance.
this 2 days ago on Niners
I'm
Nation.
glad it's Mac Jones. Yeah, that's right. He did. I would have preferred Justin Fields, obviously, but you know what? There's a lot to like in Trey's film, and we'll see. I'm gonna dive deeper into his stuff again. So
Yeah.
maybe got some things I missed. But I mean, everybody who didn't want Mac Jones should be happy.
Yeah,
Very
no,
much
that-
so.
Yeah.
Very much
100%.
so. I mean, and so if you have anything, just be relieved it wasn't Mick.
For sure.
Well, I mean, it was 1A Justin Fields, 1B Trey Lance. Like, I'm not upset the fact that Trey Lance is a 49er now. We have the next 10 years to look forward to this gifted athlete play.
I just wouldn't have
Under
me-
Kyle
Fields.
Shanahan.
Let me ask you guys a question then. Do you still think that Jimmy Garoppolo is not on the team by Sunday?
yes.
So that's a good discussion, right? Because there's a large group of people that say that Trey Lance can't start. I don't think that I feel like that today, especially considering how easy the offense has been made for these quarterbacks. So, yeah, man. I mean, I'm happy, man. I love Trey. You know, just because I prefer Fields doesn't mean that I'm upset with this pick. You know, I just the one that we didn't want right here is it was Mac, and we got it. So
They
we're good
actually
here.
announced it?
Yeah.
Have they actually announced it?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah, they announced it. So it's Trey. So that means Pitts at 4.
Hey, congratulations to Brian here for winning money on a bet.
I did win money.
Nice
Hey,
job, Brian.
On my hedge. I hedged Mac Jones over 3.5 at plus 200. So
Fuck.
yeah.
Family
So,
show.
It worked, but
Family show.
It's a family show, Rich.
That makes it okay though. He said family show right after, so it's okay.
exactly.
Well, I can see in the comments all the anxiety of the whole Mac Jones thing is like people just relieved honestly at this point, and now the question becomes, where does Justin Fields land now? And
Atlanta.
He should go to
Are you-
Atlanta.
How do you, the Atlanta Falcons, how do you not take the kid from Kennesaw, Georgia, to be the heir apparent to Matt Ryan? How do you not take him?
well, there it is. Honestly, as long as it wasn't Mac, I'm good.
No,
And
McCorkle's out.
and
Tell
I'm
me
good.
this.
McCorkle, 19 to the Washington football team.
How does this look for the QB collective?
McCorkle
Yeah, what-
4
so-
to the Falcons.
Can we talk about that real quick too? I'm glad you brought that up. Everything that they were talking about yesterday on Twitter was like, alluding to something like this,
Right.
and like that was just straight up trolling.
Was it or did they know Niners not taking Justin Fields, Bill Belichick trading up to take Justin Fields?
Yeah, and I mean, and the other thing is too is that remember we were just talking about it when Denver traded with Carolina, they wanted Trey Lance, and I guess tipped off
True.
that this was the pick.
Yeah.
Matt Mayoko tweeted Trey Lance, and I don't know if they said it on the TV. I have mine turned down. Trey Lance said he found out just 2 minutes ago that he was heading to the 49ers.
Holy crap.
So
Well,
they
they played it close to the vest.
really kept it
Here
quiet.
he is. All right, here he is on TV.
Yeah, I don't have the volume up. If you guys, I'm sure the quotes will go on Twitter. So
The wives are not mad about it.
Another question too,
on
I
the
guess, is Trey Lance the guy they wanted when they traded up from
No.
12?
No.
Okay.
I'll give Trey this. He has the most drip of anybody in the draft.
I was
But
gonna say the high water pants with the no socks, man. He's killing it.
Yeah.
What are you,
know,
seeing
I
on
think-
TV? It off.
I still think that who they had in mind was Justin Fields, and then when they did more and they got Lance in the room, everybody started talking about his football IQ, that it's off the charts, super intelligent kid, super driven. You know, I still don't know what Trey Lance gives you that Justin Fields doesn't, but it's not
Yeah.
McCorkle, and so I'm not mad at it.
I mean, I'll say this about Trey Lance. Yes, the accuracy is an issue, but one thing he has on Fields, and it jumps out on tape too, and it jumped out at his pro day, was his velocity is incredible. It's elite velocity.
Yeah.
Fields just doesn't have that, and Fields is a power thrower, but he doesn't have the velocity on the ball that Lance has.
All right. So we have 3 quarterbacks selected. 1, 2,
Falcons
3.
pick is in, by the way.
Do we have 4 quarterbacks
Oh, the
taken
Falcons
in a
pick
row?
is in. I think so. I think it has to be Justin Fields. Why would you not at this
Why do you
point?
pass? How do you pass on that?
A Georgia
It's not
kid?
a trade. It's not a trade.
So maybe we're already gone for an hour. Maybe we stick around for this one pick, and then if the 49ers somehow trade into another pick, we'll jump right back on or something like that. Is that cool
Let's
with
go.
you guys? Or
Oh, we calling
good.
it? I was locked in to go.
hey, you can keep going. You can keep going. It's just that I can't find a place to plug in my laptop.
Oh, you're dying. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Are you guys going to be on for a while? I'll check back in a little bit later, but I got to bounce right now.
All right,
Cool,
Rich.
Rich. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining.
Have a good
Hey,
one,
Rich.
Rich.
Good
Thank
talking to you,
you.
bro.
Go
Christ,
Titans.
man.
Go time. Oh, yeah, Fullerton.
Correct.
Man. Okay,
Jay.
yeah. I think I've sat on it. Is Goodell walking on the stage yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. I am whelmed. I think that's the best way I could say it. I like it. I'm happy.
Not under or over. Just
Not
whelmed.
over, not
like it.
underwhelmed. I'm just
I like it.
whelmed.
There's
I like
10
it.
things I don't like about
Yeah, so that's my thing. I'm very okay with it. I think it's a good pick. As I said, I know I just said yes to his Garoppolo gone by Sunday. I think this pick leans us towards Garoppolo staying for now at least.
Jason, is Trey Lance the starter week 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Andrew, what do you think?
The pick is
is
in.
in.
Is in for the Falcons.
Pick is
I'm
in.
gonna say no, and I'll let the pick come through.
Kyle Pitts
Kyle
at 4.
Pitts.
Wow. Justin Fields is sliding.
All right. Justin Fields is going 7 to the New England Patriots.
Here comes Bill to
Holy
get Justin
moly.
Fields and wreck the league all over again.
God damn it.
Oh man, wait. Goodell's doing that thing where he took a fun meme and made it boring. Why is his chair on the stage? I don't like
Look
that.
at that outfit. Did you see Kyle Pitts' outfit?
Not yet. Hang on. Let's see this.
Holy
I did.
cow.
Let's see this. So does that? So my question is the dream of Kits and Pitts dead?
Well, yes.
I think it's dead. Ooh.
I think it's a.
Well,
I think
unless
it's a
we're
smoke.
trading- Unless
I
we're
think Trey
trading,
Lance- Hold on. I think Trey Lance is a smokescreen.
Yeah.
It's still Justin Fields is the pick.
yeah.
I would say Kits and Pitts is dead unless we're trading him to Atlanta.
5 years from now, we will revisit Pitts and Kits.
Man. Okay.
Look, guys.
that's-
Keep
Good.
keep the stream going. Let me see if I could juice up. If anything, I'll jump on my phone or anything like that. Thank you guys for joining, and thank you guys for watching for an hour.
Jay,
yes.
Before you bounce,
Yup.
who's the next pick? Give us your
At
prediction.
At 5.
The Bengals.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase.
And then who does Miami take? Now that Pitts is off the board.
Penei?
I think they take Waddle.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll message you guys on what I got right, what I got wrong. But keep it going, and we'll join back. I'll join back in a bit. But yeah, man, thank you everybody who joined and joined the stream as well. I hope you guys are happy. I am. Trey Lance, new era in San Francisco, and let's go, man. I think he's going to be our week 1 starter.
Trey Lance, San Francisco 49er.
Mark, I don't think the epilepsy is a reason the Niners jumped on him or skipped on him. I think a large part. I think Lance has just always been the guy. I really think that's what it is. I think that's the guy they wanted to get up at 3. I don't think the epilepsy changed anything. I don't think that's the reason he's going to slide. I just think the reason he's going to slide is the same reason Mac Jones is going to slide. When is a quarterback going to be the need? Right. So let's look at this draft order. I don't have it in front of me. I apologize. I'm not prepared. I'm horrible. That's okay. I know for sure, judging on what I can see on my screen, we have the Bengals are on the clock right now. The Dolphins are up next. The Lions are after that. And ESPN just doesn't have a very. Oh, here we go. Did I find it? I found it. So now we're talking after that. Carolina, maybe that could be a spot. Denver. That's gotten a little more interesting with the idea of Aaron Rodgers being available. The Cowboys aren't taking him.
I honestly think Detroit's trading back with
I think Detroit's trading back. Yes. Now here's an interesting one. The Eagles at 12.
You're saying if Fields is still on the board?
If Fields is still on the board, I like to play the drafts because my brain can't handle trade backs and trade ups. Right. I don't talk about them until they happen. Right. Eagles at 12 feels like a spot it could be.
Sure.
Man. Interesting.
Here's the thing, and they showed this on the screen earlier. Trey Lance has 348 pass attempts at the college level, which is the least number of pass attempts for a first-round quarterback since 40.
Wow.
So that does worry me a little bit, but I mean, you gotta trust. It's interesting, like you said. So here's one thing that I will say, and I remember this distinctly. I was listening to the Athletic Football Show podcast with Robert Mays while I was hanging Christmas lights. So This was back in December. Okay. And he had Dane Brugler on, who is their NFL draft guru. He's the one that puts out their draft guide every year called The Beast. It's like 600 pages. It's outrageous. But he was talking to Robert Mays, and they were talking about Trey Lance. And Dane Brugler said, if I could pick any team for Trey Lance to go to, it would be the San Francisco 49ers. So, I mean, there's been this talk for a little while now, and there are people who are smarter than me who have made that connection between Kyle Shanahan and Trey Lance. And so, you might be right. This might be the guy that they targeted when they made that trade. It's just interesting to me that they got John Beck to work with him late in the process.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting to me that they didn't attend his first pro day, and maybe that was part of the secrecy. Maybe that was all about, keeping it under wraps so that no one jumped him to get him. Mm-hmm. But, honestly, like I said, as long as it's not McCorkle, I'm fully on board.
I think that's a lot of 49ers Twitter. And Grand Riser, Brian is right, actually. If you take just Cam Newton's Auburn passes, he has fewer career pass attempts than Trey Lance. Cam had 280 at Auburn. Trey Lance had 288 at North Dakota State. But Cam also had 12 attempts at Florida. So 292 career attempts for Cam Newton, 288 for Trey Lance in his college career. So there's that. That's an interesting stat, seeing how little throw. And I mean, if we want to make that comparison just based off of how much college experience they have, I feel pretty good with Trey Lance being a Cam Newton, in that area. If we're going to use that very small sample size on that.
I just feel like Trey Lance has he's a better passer than Cam Newton is coming out already, and he has better mechanics. He has better throwing mechanics than Cam Newton did. And I think that's part of it. And that's another thing, I was talking to a buddy of mine today about what it was. And I stuck to my guns and I said, I think it's Fields at 3. And one of the things he talked about was, and Chris Sims has even talked about this. There are some mechanical issues with the way that Justin Fields throws the ball.
Yeah.
It's very elongated. And it takes a little bit extra time to get the ball out of his hand. And Trey Lance does not have the same issues with his mechanics. And while you can coach mechanics, if you don't have to do that and you feel like those two guys are pretty even in terms of your evaluation, then maybe you do go with the guy that has better mechanics so that you're not spending time trying to fix that and you're working on accuracy issues or whatever. But the other thing when it comes to accuracy, Kyle Shanahan, more than anybody else, schemes wide open players in the pass pattern in almost every passing attempt. And so as much as we talk about accuracy, I don't know how much that actually plays into it. If Trey Lance, it's not like Trey Lance completed 50% of his passes. He was still, I believe it was the low 60s.
I had it up. I pulled it down. Hang on a second. It is 67% on the dot.
And that's where it's like 60. I mean, you can easily work with 67. 67 is great. So I don't even know if it's true that he has accuracy issues.
Tim, you haven't talked in a minute. What are your, I don't know, just kind of since we're still waiting on the Bengals to make the pick, what are your thoughts kind of now that we've had time to settle down, think about it, thoughts on Trey Lance at 3?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the fact that Trey Lance is a 49er. What I've been focusing on is the mental side of the game, and I think that's what pushed Kyle Shanahan over the hump towards the end. There's been reports out that Trey Lance is probably one of the most intelligent quarterbacks to come out in recent draft history, and that's a big piece to Kyle Shanahan's game. I will say this: his playbook is extremely complicated. I'll pick back up after the announcement of the Bengals pick
is in.
Bengals pick is in. This guy's number 77 on my screen is dancing. I know you guys are ahead, but this guy's having a good time.
Jamar Chase.
Is it Jamar Chase?
Yeah,
Jamar Chase.
Pairing him with Joe Burrow to
I like it.
Reunited
to create what's arguably one of the best wide receiving corps in the NFL now with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. I think you're going to see, and with their coach, who I can never remember, is Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor running that Sean McVay offense. You're going to see a lot of 11 personnel coming out of Cincinnati with Chase, Higgins, and Boyd all on the field together, which is pretty solid.
So Jamar Chase stated that he's going to have 1,500 yards of receiving his rookie year.
Woo!
Okay.
Do you guys think he gets there?
Is that more than his teammate Justin Jefferson last year?
Yes.
Feels like a lot.
That does feel like a lot.
It feels like a lot. Like you could almost
Boyd.
list any receiver in the league, and I'd be like, that feels like a lot.
Jefferson did it with Thielen as his teammate, so maybe you don't have to form chemistry with his quarterback.
That's a lot of yards.
It's a lot of yards. I'm going to say no. I think it definitely helps, though, that Joe Burrow is going to be the one throwing the passes. I still would have liked to see him get some protection with Penei Sewell or Rashawn Slater. One of those two would have been great. What do you think Miami goes? Do you think they go Devonta Smith? Do you think they go Penei Sewell?
I think they go Waddle. I think they go Jalen Waddle.
You think they go Waddle? Okay.
Splash Cousin Jordan made a great comment last night in a clubhouse that the problem with Cincinnati's offensive line isn't the tackles, it's the interior of the offensive line. And so, you might see them address that later in the draft. But Jonah Williams, who, shout out Jonah Williams, Folsom High School, local kid, went to Alabama, drafted by Cincinnati in the first round. 2 years ago. Yeah. And so, I think that had to factor in that
Yeah.
the tackles really aren't the problem. It's the interior O-line. So you go with the guy that you think is going to make the most impact. And the Dolphins pick is now in already.
Dolphins pick is who?
They ran to the podium to get
They
that thing in.
I have a suit. Fields. There is that.
Boy.
There is that idea
Fields over
out
Tua.
there that they weren't happy. They might not be sold on Tua. I don't know. With how quick that was, they had somebody in mind, and that tells me it's probably not Fields. Obviously, I'm going to guess it's. Oh man, the Dolphins can go so many plays. I like where the Dolphins are right now, to be honest.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to guess it's going to be a weapon for Tua. That's my assumption. Maybe the pick came in so quick because they had Waddle or Smith higher than Chase on their board, and they're just like, oh my god, our guy got to us.
It feels like Jamar to Cincinnati has been pretty. I don't remember seeing a mock that didn't have Jamar Chase to Cincinnati, and so I'm wondering if they had already prepared for Chase to be the pick. And so they're like, we're going to go in a different direction. And then the pick came in. They're like, all right, well, we're going to go with what we knew was going to happen.
Is it any sign of Goodell walking up there yet?
Not yet. They're just comparing Chase to AJ Brown.
I'm still trying to process the fact that the Atlanta Falcons didn't take the opportunity to get Matt Ryan's heir apparent. Like, when is the next time that they're going to fall in the top 5? I don't think it's going to happen for a long time. So they're going to have to settle for a developmental quarterback. They could have picked Fields, a local kid. They didn't do it. They went with Kyle Pitts. That's a big deal. That's a real big deal.
Yeah. But you also got to think, they're committed to Matt Ryan for at least the next 2 years.
Yeah.
You really want Fields to sit for that long? I mean, they could have gotten out from under his contract next year. It just would have cost a lot. And so I think they, and again, their new head coach, Arthur Smith, was a longtime tight ends coach. So obviously he's going to have an affinity for the position.
That offense, though, in theory, is terrifying.
With Pitts and Jones and Ridley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the question is can the new coach, run it and make it work? And we'll find out.
And are they going to try and trade Julio?
Yeah, that's the other. So many questions to be answered that we probably won't have an answer anytime soon.
We have a buddy who's a Dolphins fan.
We talked about that on Saturday.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Firefighter
Kevin.
So
by the way, I do like the opportunity with Trey Lance for this to be the Trey area. So that does work. That's the
Trey area.
Solid marketing tool there.
Maybe Adam Schefter tweeted 16 minutes ago. 49ers did not tell their coaches or scouts their pick. They didn't know the team was selecting Trey Lance until the pick was announced. So that
I believe it. It.
So we're still waiting on the Dolphins here.
I am so looking forward to the press conference to see if Shanahan says at all like, you guys are idiots. It was never Mac Jones. It was always Trey Lance. It'll be interesting. I don't think he will.
Or it was between Fields and Lance. It was never Mac Jones.
Right. All right, here we go.
The pick is in.
Yep. And I just got it on Twitter, so I know who it is. I'll let you guys see it though.
Jalen Waddle.
Good call, Brian.
It is Waddle.
There you go.
So Jalen Waddle goes to the Dolphins. So now this is where things could get interesting.
This is New England trading up for Justin Fields ahead of Carolina, because Carolina is going to take. I don't care that Carolina traded for. I don't care that they traded for Sam Darnold. If Justin Fields is there for them to select, I am hard pressed to think that Carolina's passing on that. So if there's a team that wants Justin Fields, they're going to have to make a trade with Detroit right now. Man,
Interesting.
that Mac Jones slide though.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's happening. Okay, Andrew,
Yes.
tinfoil hat time. You ready?
Oh, I'm good at these.
Do you think the fact that the Niners picked Trey Lance has anything to do with the fact that Aaron Rodgers still might wind up in San Francisco and Trey Lance sits behind Aaron Rodgers for a couple of years
Oh my God.
and
Well,
then takes over?
So now the question becomes, though. So the third pick is out, right? The Niners no longer have the third pick.
Right.
It is
What are they
it is
gonna
a
trade?
person. What are they trading for Aaron Rodgers?
But remember, Rodgers has every trump card. He has the ace in the hole. He can threaten not to play, right? So then the Packers have to weigh the options of, one, we get nothing, or two, we trade him, get something. Again, it's a tinfoil hat.
It's a tinfoil hat, and I'm going to disagree with it because just running in my head, the most valuable pick the 49ers have right this second is the 43rd pick. They don't have a first next year. They don't have a first year after that. So now I don't even know the rules. Can you trade a 2024 first round pick?
You can only trade 2 years out.
So unless you sell the Packers on a package of Jimmy Garoppolo, the 43rd pick, and this would have to happen quick.
Yeah. And it'd have to be like Fred Warner or Nick Bosa.
Fred Warner or
something valuable.
Would you put one of those in for them?
For Aaron Rodgers with Trey Lance on the roster. But here's the
no.
That's a no.
Again, I will.
That's a
I
no.
will. Yeah, I was to say I will highlight Splash Cousin from last night's
pick is
Clubhouse.
in for the Lions already.
Are the Lions taking Justin Fields?
Wait, hang on.
I think the Lions are taking Penei Sewell.
Nope. Okay, so Dolphins take. So Schefter hasn't tweeted yet. Schefter hasn't said anything regarding a trade, and I'm assuming since.
Wow.
I'm assuming since the pick is in, there is no trade, right?
Is Justin Fields going to slide to 15?
Jose, Mac won't get picked till tomorrow unless Denver get. I think that's a full possibility. I could see a team later on maybe taking a chance. I mean, you get to that Washington
first,
especially if Justin Fields is off the board at 19. I could see Washington taking a chance.
For sure.
I could see the Bears maybe taking a chance.
Ooh. I could see the Bears trying to trade up right now with somebody to get Fields.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we're just kind of the Saints. The Saints could take a chance. I think there's a few places that I could see teams that feel good enough with where they're at saying, "Hey." I mean, obviously the Bears aren't sitting there saying we're feeling good or the Washington football team, but like even the Saints probably feel pretty comfortable. They're like, "Hey, we need a backup. We need another quarterback." You know, I can see Mac Jones going there. Other than that, yeah, there's not a lot of chances in the first round unless somebody trades back up. Like, I don't know, maybe Atlanta jumps back in and gets Matt Ryan's replacement. I don't know. I think there's maybe. I'm talking. Yeah, the question was about Mac.
Yeah.
I just don't see how Justin Fields makes it to the bottom half of this first round.
Either. He's not getting. I'll tell you what. He's not. Justin Fields is not getting past 15 with New England. If nobody jumps New England, and Fields continues to slide, there's no way that New England is passing up Justin Fields. There's no way.
Man,
no way.
We're still waiting.
I still think Carolina. If the Lions don't pick Justin Fields here, I could see Carolina picking Fields.
Yeah, I could see Carolina.
Sam Darnold doesn't stop you from picking Justin Fields.
So one of the unique things about this draft so far is everyone's been a skill player.
Yeah.
There are some this is a deep tackle draft. There are some legit offensive tackles sliding, and there's going to be some picked up in the teens that should have been picked up earlier. I
think this is Penei Sewell.
Let's see.
The big screen on the draft says the Panthers are on the clock. I don't know what's going on there.
I say the on ESPN it just says Lions pick is in.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's still the case, and I don't even see it anymore at this point. Yeah, if you could see a clock on one of those big screens, it definitely says The Panthers are on the clock. I
can see-
don't know.
I can see
Don't know what's
Tech in
going
the
on.
comments. Tech, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Tech? Still nothing from any reporters. So yeah, I don't know. This is an interesting pick.
Is Denver going to get Justin Fields without having to trade anything? Dang.
Yeah, so we'll rewind just for a second, just for those tuning for those who chose to watch us and haven't heard anything. The Niners went Trey Lance at 3. He is the next quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. If everything goes like some people think, I do think the chance that Garoppolo staying on this roster increased. Which would make sense. I mean, this is one of the things we talked about too. Lions pick. Okay, here we go. So I'll hold that thought. I'll let you guys tell me. Oh, nope. I can't say. So the tweets are coming in. Penei Sewell goes to the Detroit Lions.
There we go.
I like that pick. For those of you who've watched since day one, you know how high I've been on Penei Sewell.
I love seeing that.
So
Tears coming on the couch, mom, dad. That's awesome.
Adam Schefter just tweeted, one NFL head coach called Lions first-round pick Penei Sewell, quote, the one surefire Hall of Famer in this draft class.
Wow.
That is heavy praise.
That is heavy praise.
I like the pick of Sewell.
6'6", 330.
Watch his feet. He's so good on the outside.
Wow.
Those
That's a
Highlander
really
jerseys.
good pick by the Detroit Lions. So now the Panthers are on the clock.
It's a great pick because now, and we had our first round mock draft dropped Tuesday morning, and I picked odds. This is a pick that I made, Penei Sewell, and the thing that I said was they have Halapuli Vaitai, right, is their right tackle, but they want to move him inside. So by drafting Sewell, you now plug him in at the right tackle position, and you move Vaitai inside, and now you've upgraded 2 positions with 1 draft pick. So this is a great pick for them.
The question is can he get knocked down and bite knees? That's the big one.
Well, obviously Dan Campbell's not drafting him if he can't. So obviously he's already proven that.
So
this is a classic Dan Campbell tight end offensive line coach. Like, this is a perfect pick for them. But look at their
they're excited.
GM. They're pumped.
Devonta Smith.
This fell exact with Carolina.
Yeah.
Justin Fields.
My gut is Fields.
How's it not?
It has to be, right?
I still think I think so what spooked Carolina to make that trade for Sam Darnold?
It's a good point.
What spooked them to make that trade where they thought, we want this guy, unless Lance was their guy?
Mac Jones?
To Carolina? No chance.
There was a lot of smoke with Mac Jones at 3. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out. We're going to find out here in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, a minute 34. They're on the clock.
They're really running it down.
I wonder if they're still trying to make trades. I wonder if they're trying to trade back. Do you, as the GM of Carolina, you trade for Sam Darnold and you give up not a ton of picks, but you give up capital this year. Do you then also draft another quarterback, or do you look to trade back, recoup some of the capital that you traded away for Darnold, and give Darnold a solid year or 2 before you decide yes or no on him?
Man. Yeah, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about where Carolina is. They have that choice.
Right.
They can make that decision and be happy with it, because like I could see them definitely getting a weapon here for Sam Darnold, but I could also see it being Justin Fields. I could see that. This is an interesting pick. Pick is
Pick is
in.
in for the Carolina
Pick is in.
Panthers, but it's a commercial right now, so
Yeah, so we're at
we
commercial.
got some time.
Kyle Shanahan quote. Oh, there. I guess there's some sort of interview.
There's a
going
presser. There's a presser starting in like
I'm
20
assuming
minutes.
now. Kyle Shanahan quote: "We've been
Oh,
very
it is
high
now.
on Trey since the beginning, day one." James Palmer of NFL Network tweeted, "The amount of work the 49ers did on Trey Lance was insane, I'm told. Just an endless deep dive. They found what they liked, apparently." I'll read these quotes as they come through, just to kind of catch everybody up who's here. Nick Wagner tweets, 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan says the interest in quarterback Trey Lance began back in January. Team was very high on Trey throughout the process. He said they were very high on Mac Jones as well, but he and John Lynch kept it quiet the whole way.
Kyle basically just said, like, we were high on Lance, and then the rumor came out that it was Jones, and people started running with it, and I just sat back and watched. That's what he said.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
No, he didn't say that. That's wild.
Yeah. Outstanding.
Kyle Shanahan on Trey Lance on KMBR. Quote, he's always going to be a threat at any time. Once we had time to connect with him, we fell in love with him. He checked every single box. Benjamin Albright just tweeted, that's a little bit of a spoiler possibly, so I won't say that. I'll let you guys have it.
It's still a commercial here.
Yeah.
Talking about the Panthers pick?
Yeah. Panthers pick. He doesn't say who the Panthers pick. He just says somebody's available for the Broncos. Which probably gives away that it isn't that guy. I think you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's not Justin Fields. Is Justin Fields going to Denver, man?
If he does, it's a really good thing for him.
If he goes to Denver and you get Justin Fields, Patrick Mahomes twice a year, and Justin Herbert, the AFC West, man. I mean, you got Las Vegas, and that is what it is. But all right, Panthers. Here's the pick: Rashawn Slater.
Oh, okay.
Nope, J.C. Horn.
Wow.
J.C. Horn.
J.C. Horn, first cornerback. That could have made some money.
First defensive player off the board.
First defensive player. Wow.
J.C. Horn at 8.
Patrick Surtain. That was Eric Crocker's cornerback 1.
Justin Fields, Denver. It's happening.
If you're Denver, why are you even wasting time? Just put the card in, draft Justin Fields.
Albert Breer just tweeted, Broncos now have both Mac Jones and Justin Fields to pick from, which, I feel like that pick is pretty obvious. So J.C. Horn off the board at 8.
God, Denver had Justin Fields fall directly in their lap. Good for them. Good for them.
Now let's see if they take it, though. Now that's the question.
God, the quarterbacks in that division, if they do take Justin Fields, you got Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert,
Justin Fields, and Derek Carr.
And Derek Carr is by far the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Raider fans.
I don't think any Raider fans are watching this stream right now.
It might be. You never know.
The Raiders.
Sam Monson does not like the J.C. Horn pick to Carolina. Says he's not a scheme fit.
Interesting. I'm very interested to see where Denver goes. Very interested to see where Fields goes. I this is interesting because he's for sure not going to 10. He's for sure not going to 11.
Who?
Fields. If he gets past 9. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Oh man, if he gets to the Eagles.
Here you go, Andrew. I got the actual quote. So this is from Joe Hughes from KBR. Kyle Shanahan says about the speculation that the 49ers were locked in on Mac Jones after the trade. When we made the trade, we knew exactly where we were going. And when people assumed it was Mac, we weren't going to work to correct that at all.
Yeah.
4D chess. 4D chess.
I love it.
John Lynch quote, when the MVP of the league might be available, yeah, we inquired. He said the 49ers were immediately rebuffed by the Green Bay Packers.
There you go.
Huh.
Bay Area sports guy tweeted, no one is even talking about Mac Jones on the NFL Network.
Yeah, I saw that. I was actually going to bring that up.
Run up to the draft. Yeah.
I don't think he gets picked in the first round now.
I do.
I don't
think he goes in the first round. I think if you're the Washington football team, you got to take a flyer on him, right? You've got nothing. You've got Tyler Heineke and you've got 1 year of Fitzmagic. And that year might be great, but you got to have
with who's dropped in this draft. Why would you not put a weapon out there and draft Davis Mills or another quarterback in round 2 or 3?
Well, we still got 10 picks to go. We don't know who's going to be on the board. I think a team that needs a quarterback would still be smart. I was fully on board for Mac Jones at 12, 100%, because Trey Lance and Justin Fields and Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence weren't going to be available. So I was on board. And Rich, who was on earlier, talked about the value of Mac Jones. He's going to be a good quarterback in this league. He's just not who you take at 3 when you've got more dynamic players with higher ceilings. But if you're at 19 and he's still on the board, I think that's tremendous value. But that's just me.
How come we haven't seen any trades? I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's the thing I was
interesting
thinking too.
There was another prop bet on Bet Online for number of trades within the top 10, and it was the over under was 1.5.
So it's unless Denver and Dallas trade, we've hit that under already.
And Dallas isn't trading. They're getting Patrick Surtain. If Dallas could draft 2 cornerbacks with their 10th pick, they would do that.
That's true. I mean, I won't put it past Jerry Jones just to try that in general.
Pick still isn't in. There's 2 minutes left. Are they trying to trade out? Do you think that teams, I know someone asked this question already, and I don't think the answer is yes. I just can't explain Justin Fields' slide without wondering, do teams worry about the epilepsy?
I don't think so. I think this is always because, like, if you just look at the draft order, right? Yeah, Atlanta could have gone quarterback, but after that, who really, quote unquote, needs a quarterback, right?
Oh, poor Mac Jones.
McCorkle looks sad in the green room.
Oh, is he sad?
Oh, Justin Fields.
So Mel's best available right now is Devonta Smith, Rashawn Slater, Justin Fields, Elijah Vera Tucker, Micah Parsons.
Come on, Denver. Pick Justin.
I'm waiting to see if anything comes across from any of these announcements.
Why haven't you made I think I had a vested interest in Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields right now is the better prospect than Trey Lance, just because of the experience that he had in college football. But I'm pretty excited to see what Trey Lance is going to do in this Kyle Shanahan offense. I think he's going to be, and let's not forget, he's 20 years old.
So here's a tweet from David Lombardi. He's quoted as saying, or Shanahan says that David Lombardi, he said that he bombed his Garoppolo answer on Monday and apologized to Jimmy after, quote, the alive on Sunday, end quote, he answered because he thought it was a silly question Shanahan still plans on Garoppolo being the 49ers 2021 starting quarterback.
Gotta
Okay.
gotta increase leverage, guys.
I
Gotta
don't think
increase
he.
leverage.
I mean, it makes sense that he apologized to Garoppolo. I don't think he has to be. I thought it was the perfect question of that answer. Like, because what I understand, the responsibility of asking the question, but he's not gonna say yes or no.
Right. And I think
And
that
he-
was his way of saying, like,
And-
don't ask a stupid question like that because you know I'm not going to answer it.
Yeah, and even better, like we got a very memeable answer out of it.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It's a very memeable answer, and so Denver's pick is in. So we do not have a trade.
Nope.
Huh.
Commissioner's still not on the podium. Oh, here he comes. All right. Come on, Justin Fields.
I like
To
watching you
Denver.
guys both lean forward at the same time. 'Cause I love it.
Look at the Bronco fan in a poncho.
Wearing an old school light blue orange color scheme hat.
Hey, do you guys have control of clicking on the comments here? By the way, do you guys have the powers?
Control.
Like if you click
We
a
can see
comment.
them.
No, I don't. Jason left. I don't know if
Patrick
I get
Surtain.
Wow, I got that pick right though.
Patrick Surtain.
Got that pick right. They didn't take Justin Fields, guys.
He's falling.
Justin Fields. The Patriots aren't even going to have to trade up to get Justin Fields at 15. Why is the league helping Bill Belichick, guys? What is happening?
I don't know.
Wow. What is Dallas going to do? Horn and Surtain are off the board.
Asante
Justin
Samuel Jr. First reach.
They just signed Dak Prescott.
You know who this could be? Greg Newsom. Or a
Kyle Shanahan quote, I expect Jimmy to be here. I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
gotta increase that leverage, guys.
Increasing his value.
Let me ask you guys this question. I mean, it's hard to predict what the 49ers would do.
Yes.
But if you're the GM of the 49ers, what is the lowest pick you take for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Well, so they don't have to trade him.
Right.
So I would probably say a second round pick.
Okay.
If a team blows you out of the water and says, hey, we'll give you a second round, yeah, you do it.
I'll say, is that blowing you out of the water a second round?
Yeah, that's I don't because
You don't think the value is there?
if any team listen, man, if any team called and said, we're gonna give you our first round pick next year for Jimmy Garoppolo, you say like instantly, no tag backs, you can't take that back. It's
Yeah.
out there now.
I'll pay for the plane ticket.
So I don't think that's gonna happen.
It ain't
I
happening.
could see a team saying, hey, we'll give you a second either this year or next year, but I don't think you take him for any less than that. Because you really you have that control, you don't have to move him. You have him. He's under contract. You don't have to move him at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you clear up so much cap space
You
if you
do.
get rid of him.
You don't need it.
I'd take anything right now for Jimmy. I
Really?
don't think you
Really?
need him. And
But
that's
what-
just me. Like I'm kind of along the lines of, I mean,
So-
what you got from Jimmy Garoppolo is you got a division title and you got a Super Bowl appearance
Yeah.
for a second round trade. That's plenty worth it. Okay. Jimmy Garoppolo was worth what you paid to get him. At this point, if Trey Lance looks, if you think he's ready to go day one, I mean, even Jason said it earlier in the pod, he thought Trey Lance starter day one. That means Jimmy Garoppolo isn't on the roster. You take whatever you can get for him.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit here. And maybe it's just me not understanding how it works, but free agency seems pretty done. What do the Niners need the cap space for at this point?
Well, it rolls over.
Yeah.
That's one.
And I'm just asking this out of devil's
Yeah.
advocate just to play it.
Personally, I tweeted this out earlier. Granted, the first part didn't happen. I said, 1, draft Justin Fields. They drafted Trey Lance. 2, trade or cut Jimmy Garoppolo. 3, trade for Julio Jones. 4, profit.
Okay.
So Julio Jones has a base salary of $15 million this year. And then base salaries of $11.5 million the next 2 years. Granted, he's like 32 years old. I get that.
Adam Schefter just tweeted Dallas likely to trade out of number 10.
Because Horn and Surtain are gone. Who's coming up to get Justin Fields? Is it Chicago or is it Washington? They're not trading with Washington. It's Chicago
or New England.
New England. That's right. Good
because
job,
I could see a world where Justin Fields goes 12 to Philadelphia.
There you go. Okay.
But at the same time, if Dallas thinks that, why would they trade back letting Justin Fields go to 12? Or no, actually, never mind. I just
trading back.
It makes sense
someone
because
wants
now
it. There it is. Trade alert on the TV. Trade alert.
Trade alert on the TV.
Dallas Cowboys trade pick.
Rappaport
to the Eagles. They traded it to the Eagles.
What?
Why are you letting the Eagles get their quarterback? What are you doing?
Oh, and what does Philadelphia gain here?
Justin Fields.
But what does Dallas wasn't taking Fields?
But someone could trade into the Giants pick.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Eagles trading up with the Cowboys. Wow. That might be the first. I think that's the first shock of the draft.
I think so. Why are you trading with your division rival? I want to know what it is.
Huh.
We have a visitor.
We have a visitor.
My wife is crouching down behind the chairs asking us a question.
Oh, okay. So the Eagles on the clock. So it's unless it's Devonta Smith and the Eagles wanted to get him before the Giants. Because that's the only way. I just don't get trading with a divisional team.
Why are you helping out your rival? I mean, maybe you feel like we're so much better than them that no matter who they pick here, we're still going to be better because we've got Dak Prescott. But then at the same time, you're like,
Cowboys get the 84th pick along with number 12.
Okay. 84. Is that the third round?
Now you're asking me to do math. Yeah, it says third round.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Wow.
Do you think this is Devontae Smith or do you think this still, by the way, this prop bet still would have won because this is 10 and it would have been over under 1.5.
Yeah, under.
If you bet the under, you would have won.
I'm going to say
trades in the first 10 picks.
Slater or Smith, because those are the only two positions that I could see why Philadelphia felt the urge to trade up. Because I think the Giants
Slater's a good call.
I think the Giants have a lot of defense. Well, they're good defensively. They don't have a lot of issues, but there's a couple players that I could see the Giants being fine taking at 11. Slater might be the pick here. Smith might be the pick. I don't see why they felt the need to trade up. But then again, like a third round pick isn't that much to give up to guarantee you're going to get the guy you want.
Chris Sims tweeted 48 minutes ago when the 49ers took the pick. Wow, I'm in shock. Trey Lance has some unbelievable talent. He has a big-time arm, and it's a high-level athlete. And I think 49ers and Shanahan just couldn't turn down the possibilities Trey Lance can bring to his awesome offense.
Liar.
Is Chris Sims?
He knew.
Is Chris Sims mock that has Justin Fields at 32 going to come true?
John Lynch on Jed York's day on Twitter. Quote, he writes the checks, so tweet away.
He writes the checks, so he's allowed to get as drunk as he wants.
I love
tweet
it.
Whatever he wants.
I love it. So the Eagles on the clock.
17 seconds left.
Oh, okay. That I don't understand why the Cowboys made this trade, but
so the Eagles started with 6, traded down to 12, and then traded up to 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they went from 6 to 10, and in the process got a first-round pick next year, which I believe is the 49ers pick. So pick 32.
Hey-oh.
Pick 32 for sure. The 2021 third. So yeah, so there it is.
Yeah. What was it? They
And-
got more than just a one next year, I believe. I just don't know what it is.
Oh, there I have it up. Oh no, this just tells us the pick movement. Started with the 6 overall pick, trade down to 12, traded up to 10.
Yeah.
That doesn't tell us what they got.
Yeah, I can't remember what they got for Miami. I know it's the 49ers pick that in 2022. I just don't know if there was more.
So Andrew, so far, where are you at with this draft? Do you feel like it's been what you expected? Do you feel disappointed? Are you excited?
I mean, I was fully on the Justin Fields going at 3. So that was probably my first quote unquote surprise. I don't think it was really a surprise to anybody that it was Trey Lance. It's not like the Niners pulled up and said, Kellen Mond is the pick at 3. That would have been the ultimate surprise. But other than that, yeah, this seems pretty straightforward. I'm pretty surprised. I think the biggest surprise, and I think everybody's going to say this, is Justin Fields dropping
Out of the top 10.
unless they go here.
Maybe. Yeah.
Let's see here if I can see it.
All right. So in my final mock, here we go. Pick is in.
Pick is in. Goodell walking up to the stage.
With the 10th pick, the Eagles select Devontae Smith. wide
Yeah.
receiver, Alabama.
Devonta Smith out of Alabama is the pick for the Philadelphia Eagles, which I think that makes sense because I think the Giants would have gone Devonta Smith. So now where did the Giants go? Maybe this is a spot the Giants trade back and the Patriots move up. I don't know. I don't think the Patriots have to move up at this point though, because nobody in front unless the Vikings.
You gotta love the
Guys,
fact
I
that
was
the NFC
50%
East.
in my top 10 for my mock draft. I got 50% of the picks
Nice.
right. I feel like
Gotta
that's a
be.
pretty solid one.
Yeah, 50-50.
I
Yeah,
love watching
I
the NFC East go 10, 11, 12
Right.
in the
Yeah.
NFL draft.
I got Lawrence, Wilson, Chase, Sewell, and Surtain. Right.
Schefter Rappaport just tweeted the Giants are having trade talks at 11. Schefter just tweeted quarterback still on the board. Time for one to trade up. So we're going to have action.
I think it's going to be
here.
Chicago.
I'm going to say it.
I heard a tweet earlier that said Chicago is ready to be aggressive today.
I'm going to say it. If we don't get a trade up, Justin Fields to Minnesota.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
You ready? Justin Fields falls. Niners trade back up into
That's
the
what I was going to
first.
say that earlier.
Draft Justin Fields, Trey Lance,
Love-
battle it out in the camp.
See who wins.
They only draft Justin Fields to run camps at the quarterback collective. Oh man,
Devontae Smith, man. I don't know, guys. 10th?
This
I know he won the Heisman.
This reminds me of Deshaun Jackson. That's
the Bears are on the clock.
There you go. Chicago.
Rappaport
Justin
just
Fields.
tweeted, "It's got to be Fields,
Justin
right?
Fields. Justin Fields.
It's got to be Fields."
Chicago. Robert Mays is going to shit his pants.
family show.
A family show.
No.
Wow.
Poop his pants.
I want the Bears to draft Mac Jones here so bad. I don't think they will. The Bears are on the clock.
He's live
Okay.
right now. Robert Mays. Oh, that's 8.
Bears are trading up. Oh man.
All right, Andrew, how confident are you that the Bears are going to take a quarterback here with their trade up to 11?
Oh, I think that's a slam dunk. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know if you guys listen to part of my take, but the thought of the meltdown Big Cat would have tomorrow if the Bears select Mac Jones over Justin Fields. But I mean, so now that brings in the other question. Let's play this question that we've been asking with the 49ers. Is Justin Fields the week 1 starter for the Chicago Bears over Andy Dalton? I would say yes.
I'd say yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Giants return from Chicago for pick 11. Wait. Oh, okay. Trading up from 20. So wait. Okay, I'm a little confused right now. So Schefter tweeted
Chicago, hold on. Chicago traded their first next year,
5 this
five
year,
this
and 4
year, and a
next
4 next year. So this year they're getting Chicago is trading their pick this year in the first and fifth
next
round,
year's
and their
first.
first and fourth round next year.
Wow. That's kind of that's crazy to me because like look at what the Eagles just had to give up to move up 2 spots. And it was just a first and a third.
Well, but they had to go up 9.
That's true too.
They had to go up 9. They were at 20. What if they take Mac Jones?
Oh, could you imagine if they took Mac?
Does Mac have a strong...
Justin Fields is not even on his couch. It's Justin Fields, guys.
Yeah, they're
Justin
gone.
Fields' entire family is off the couch. It's Justin Fields.
Looking in the window.
Justin Fields playing in cold Chicago.
I can see people moving around in the background. There you
they're
go.
Coming back. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, bro. Oh, and he had his phone in his hand.
Play it cool, Justin.
Justin Fields is going 11 to Chicago.
What if the DoorDash got there? I don't know. There's a lot of reasons.
That's a good point. DoorDash could have gotten there. That's
Yeah.
fair. Pick is in.
Pick is it's going to be Oh, look at that empty couch. We just need the dog.
I love that he's 2 minutes behind.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's great. It's real cool. I love it. Watching live sports is amazing. I'm only like 4 pitches behind for the Giants consistently.
Dude, it's just us in here, Andrew. Let's go ahead and talk Giants.
Ah,
Let's go ahead and talk
very
about
good.
the fact that the highest ERA of the starting 5
The best ERA, yeah.
is 2.2.
Yeah.
Everything else is less than that.
They're looking good. They're looking
They are.
very good. They got that big series against the Padres
Starting tomorrow.
as we await the Bears pick. And I think it's got to be Fields.
It's got to be.
It's got to be Fields. There's no way it's not.
The comments, just Alex. Well done, man. You called that they were going to pick Devontae Smith. Good job. They drafted Deshaun. So
yeah,
they
Alex,
picked
I apologize. I've been meaning to put your comments on the screen. I don't think either of us have control of that.
Because Jay's not here.
Just because
He
Jason's
started
not
it.
here, and I don't think StreamYard adjusted for anybody. So we can't put comments on the board yet. I'm very curious. Like it's got to be. So where Dallas goes, Parsons.
At 12?
Jason Aponte on Twitter says the pick is in. Fields is the choice.
Yeah. Good for the Bears.
Per Jason Aponte.
Good for the Bears.
That was the first one on my Twitter feed that I saw.
Huh. So I like that for the Bears. That's actually maybe my favorite pick.
Yeah. Shanahan pointed out that Trey Lance had the same amount of film available as Mac Jones, who also only had 17 starts, and Joe Burrow. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Roger.
And then Matt Miller corrected David Lombardi and said that's not true. Burrow started 28 games in college. He started 15 games in 2019 alone.
Huh.
Matt Miller needs to pay the $1,000 to.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Miller's
Yeah.
He kind of got clowned today. I like it.
He did.
So Justin Fields sounds like it's the pick. Be comfortable. Goodell's talking still.
I'm pretty. Yeah.
I can't hear what he's saying. Oh, it's assuming
He's
a
giving
church thing or a charity thing, not a church.
Yeah, he's doing a
charity
good thing. I mean,
okay, I haven't
Rich
turned down, so
Madrid
I don't know what's taking so long.
breaking. Rich Madrid tweeted, "Damn, rooting for my dad's Bears next season, I guess."
Okay. I almost just accidentally unfollowed Rich Madrid. That would have caused some issues.
here it is.
There it is.
Justin Fields.
Is Justin Fields the greatest
Oh,
quarterback
Bears
in Bears
fans.
history already?
Bears fans
Are excited. Good for you, Justin.
Attaboy, Justin.
What I don't like is he went to an NFC team.
Yeah.
But
Why is he not? He just does not look happy.
He wanted to go to Shanahan, man.
I believe it. Is Matt Nagy going to ruin Justin Fields?
I don't think so.
Yes.
I think Matt Nagy's a creative enough play caller. If he can tread water with Mitch Trubisky, he can do special things with Fields.
Hey, Tim, his name is Mitchell.
Mitchell, don't call me Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
The only Nickelodeon valuable player. Hey, guys, we can officially say it. Mac Jones available at 12. The Niners did not need to trade up to get him.
They did not. They
Did not.
I like that. Good for the Bears. Good for the Bears.
For sure.
The Bears.
Hopefully it works because I've never had any issue with the Bears, to be honest. I like the Bears. I think they're a good team. I think they've needed a quarterback.
How does Vish feel about this?
How does Vish feel? Maybe we could
Let's see if Vish is available.
see if let's just try this. Let's see if I could click that and just see if we can do this and then do this. I don't know. Oh man. So Justin Fields off the board. So now the Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. They originally traded back from 10.
What they got to go defense here, right? Because their defense is atrocious.
Yeah, I like the idea of Parsons here because Sean
Lee just
couldn't
retired,
count Sean Lee, but like Sean Lee just retired. It makes sense.
and their other linebackers can't stay healthy.
So we're waiting on the Cowboys pick here. I mean, I'm assuming they knew it was somebody they could get at. I mean, that would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Justin Fields of the Bears.
That's Justin Fields.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
That was I don't think the draft could have gone any better for the Bears.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, trading next year's first, I like it. Honestly, as a 49er fan, definitely can't complain to that because I convinced myself trading next 2 years first to get Fields. I like Fields here. And now the question is really, where does Mac go?
He goes 15 to New England. He goes 19 to the Washington football team, or he goes in the late 20s to a team that trades back into the first round. That's what I say.
Agreed.
So we're going to take this up to the 16th pick, get you perfectly in the middle, and then we're going to call it there. We'll give you a few more picks, and then if the Niners trade back into the first, I'm sure the four of us, Jason included, will go live just to give you guys a heads up.
What do you think the likelihood? Give it a percentage that they trade back into the first.
I'll go. I'm running 1,000 simulations in my brain right now. I'm going to go 55%.
Okay.
I'll say greater than not because they've done it plenty of times before,
Right.
especially if there's a guy they want. They traded up for Ayuk. They traded up for Reuben Foster. So I'm going to guess that'll be the move if they choose. It would have to be for a guy they know they can get, which Najee probably. Schefter,
I think it'd have to be before Pittsburgh
at 25.
Yeah. And then the question is, do they have enough ammunition to get that high?
Well, they have 9 picks, and they don't need 9 players.
I know, but they've got 43. But then after 43, they don't pick until 102. So they've got 43, 102, 117, and then 155.
Vish just popped into the comments.
Vish. Oh, hey, Vish, do you want to hop in? I can send you a link if you want to talk it out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
all
Let's see
right.
if I can send Vish a link. Let's see if I can send Vish a link here. Let's see if he takes this. Let's see. I don't know if that'll work, but
Andrew.
oh, he
send
said,
him-
"Nah, man, that's okay."
No.
Vish, just talk to us through the comments.
Vish, how do you feel about Justin Fields to Chicago?
He's sad. So Cowboys pick is in.
Cowboys go
doing
defense,
homework.
right?
Cowboys
Have to go
defense.
defense.
So who do they go? What's your choice?
Parsons.
Parsons? Andrew?
Because Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith can't stay healthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say my
Who's
guess
out
is
here?
Parsons.
I don't know, but I'm
Just pumped.
yeah.
We're pumped. Everybody's pumped, man.
They-
Hey, it's
the
kind
last
of
one-
electric having people back for the draft.
It is.
Mental
All right,
Health
so
America,
let's
yeah.
see what
like that.
let's see what the Dallas Cowboys do here. Vish says the Bears are ruining his career.
Vicious or Fields?
According to Evan Laser, Patriots beat reporter for CLNS Media, I had heard earlier today that Mac Jones was the Patriots guy all along, and the field stuff was smokescreen. We'll see.
Oh, all right.
And I think that's why I want to take us through 15, 16 so we
Yeah.
can see what the I feel like 16 is a good place to end because that's where the other NFC West pick is.
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Yeah. What about
Michael?
what about
Michael
the Rams?
says
What about the Rams and Seahawks?
the Rams. The Rams got a pretty damn good quarterback for their pick, so I'm not
I don't know
complaining.
if you got it.
And the Seahawks,
There it
Have
is,
an edge
Micah
rusher.
Parsons.
Micah Parsons. Okay, Micah Parsons. Michael with the comment: Fields to Chicago was their best pick imaginable. I absolutely agree. I as I said, I'm sorry I can't put comments up on the board. I don't have that control. But I like Micah Parsons at 12.
It's a smart pick for the Cowboys. They need to get better on defense. They need to stay healthy at the linebacker position. This kid is an incredible athlete.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm very high on Micah Parsons. So
Guys, Rashawn Slater still here for the Chargers.
Yeah,
That's the pick.
yeah.
who would have thought that he would have fallen?
To 13.
Jeez. Protect Justin Herbert for life.
Yeah.
That's a mean linebacker, man. Watch his tackling.
So fast.
Oof.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
has to be Rashawn Slater. And then I think at 14. So here's my prediction for as we move through these picks, right? So we were at 13, 14, 15, and 16. My prediction: 13, Rashawn Slater; 14, Elijah Vera Tucker; 15, Mac Jones; 16, Greg Newsome. That's what I got.
Okay.
I like it.
We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what that. We'll see if that's what comes true. I like Slater here. I like Slater here a
Yeah.
lot.
If it's not Slater, it's Darisaw, but I think it's Slater. I think you got to go offensive line. They haven't been able to get their offensive line right since like 2000. So they've got the quarterback. They gotta protect him. Micah Parsons just absolutely leaped into Goodell's arms.
If you want an update that nobody here cares about, it is the bottom of the 8th inning. The top of the 8th inning, the Milwaukee Brewers lead the Los Angeles Dodgers 2-0.
Outstanding.
If that holds,
Giants are in first place.
we enter tomorrow with the Giants having a half a game lead in the NL West. So there you go. Micah Parsons to the Cowboys. I love that pick. Honestly, Micah, apologize. Micah Parsons. I have really liked every pick so far, outside of maybe Pitts. But I like my thing is with Pitts is I thought it would make more sense for the Falcons to go Fields. I don't hate Pitts by being picked by any
sure.
team. Yeah,
For sure.
I really like what every team has done so far. Maybe Carolina with J.C. Horn at 8 would be my biggest complaint. But oh man,
Yeah.
So Tua has Waddle.
George Kittle posted on Twitter, remix 49ers edition, tagged at Trey Lance, and it's Trey Bay Bay, Hurricane Chris. Trey Bay Bay.
He didn't respond. He didn't respond to my tweet. I asked him who he preferred, Pentagon Jr. or Seth Rollins.
I'm surprised he didn't respond to that.
Yeah, I try. Hey man, you got to try. I was just gonna say something and I forgot. That's okay. God, this is one of my favorite days, though. It's really fun just to kind of scroll back and.
It's the best.
What I love, what's happening right now is some of the Justin Fields tweets that I've sent out are being reposted right now by Bears fans that are digging through and finding it.
Are they?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, nice. I love it. The 49ers tweeted, "Ladies and gentlemen, we got him." And then it's a picture of Lance holding the jersey with the "got him" for the Nike shoes.
Oh. Okay.
And George Kittle said, "First time I've seen someone hit on that app."
God, I love George Kittle. Nice. Yeah. Bears fans are retweeting Tim's.
So the Bears have 3 quarterbacks now.
3?
They still have Nick Foles.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they have Foles.
Nick Foles exists.
BDN.
Huh.
Jerry Rice tweeted, "The pick is in. Trey Lance, diamond in the rough. Amazing decision by the Niners. 49ers, let's go."
Jerry Rice has spoken. God, they. All right, so we're going to commercial on my screen.
Yep, we're at commercial as well. The pick is in for the Chargers.
Oh man, it's keeps going. So, who so far do you think it has graded out the best in this draft?
From a completely unbiased portion, I would say the San Francisco 49ers A+++++ for drafting somebody
other than Mac Jones.
I'm going to go to Lions, and it's not because of how great they are or how smart of a pick it was. Literally, my favorite player fell into their lap at 7. The fact that Penei Sewell got to 7, I'll give them the highest grade, and not because of something they did. Just the rest of the league let him get there.
I am surprised, but it's for me. It's got to be the Bears. The Bears were going into the next season with Andy Dalton as their QB1, and they got Justin Fields when they initially had the 20th pick. Like that's huge. I think they're hands down right now the winners.
And they didn't give up much to get there.
Not a ton. They gave up less for Fields than the Niners gave up for Lance.
Yes. But I'm willing to alter my Bears pick to the Chargers pick if it is who we think it is.
Man. Fields of the Bears. I really like that.
Dude, Lynch. So Lynch, Cam Inman tweeted, Lynch, like Kyle said, we've known for a couple weeks. We wanted to let the process and committed to let the process run its course. This Monday, we put a bow on it and said, this is where it's going. I believe it was Wednesday when we told him. Dr. York found out today. I don't think he's talking about Lance. I think he's talking about Jed. When he says we let him know.
Yeah.
I believe it was Wednesday when we told him. I think that's Jed.
Rappaport just tweeted, at this point, I expect the Cowboys to decline the 5th-year option for Leighton Vander Esch, likely putting him in the contract year. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That sounds like it sounds like a more of a speculatory tweet.
But I think it's because he gets injured a lot.
Yeah.
Don't pick up the 5th year. Maybe still try and sign him, but not to that 5th-year option.
Does Jeff Garcia allow Trey Lance to wear number 5 for the 49ers?
100%.
Yeah. If Trey Lance wanted 8, that'd be more of a conversation, but I don't think Jeff Garcia is particular. I mean, nothing against Jeff Garcia. I love him. I don't think. I don't. Has any people have worn 5 since Garcia?
Yeah, who did?
8 people.
Eight Bears fans have retweeted or liked Tim's tweet about
I like it.
Justin Fields.
I'm big in Chicago right now. I love
Uniform
it.
numbers.
And not just with
Rashawn
Fish.
Slater about to go
Slater?
to the Chargers. He's standing there just staring at the camera. They haven't announced the pick yet, but they just made it awkward.
Since
Who's that? Is that Vera Tucker? Yeah.
Since Jeff Garcia left the 49ers, the only number 5s have been David Carr, Bradley Pinion, and Chase McLaughlin.
Is
Those are-
McLaughlin the one that shanked that kick against the Seahawks in 2019?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one who also made the same kick right before.
Right.
To send
Right.
it overtime.
We were at that game.
You were. We talked about that.
That was exciting.
So the Chargers. So you said Slater?
And they haven't announced the pick, but they were.
Oh.
Slater was standing there like he was about ready to walk out of the green room. So I would assume that's the pick.
Quote from Trey Lance on Jimmy Garoppolo that he is excited to learn from him.
What's he gonna learn?
Hey, whoa. Good news. The Bears.
I think that Trey Lance already reads defenses better than Jimmy Garoppolo does.
Yeah. From John Breach, good news for the Bears. They got Justin Fields. Bad news, being the 4th quarterback taken in the draft has been the kiss of death recently. 4th quarterback in the last 15 drafts. Love, Locke, Rosen, Kaiser, Hackenberg, Mannion, Carr, Barkley, Whedon, Ponder, McCoy, Patrick White, Chad Henne, John Beck, Kellen Clemens.
John Beck, elite. The only one in there, obviously, Carr was arguably the best quarterback pick in that draft.
Yeah, a lot of people said that when that pick was made.
Yeah.
So it is Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle out of Northwestern, the pick for the Los Angeles Chargers. So final 3 picks here for the pod, unless the Niners trade up. We'll go back live later. The Minnesota Vikings are on the clock.
Vera Tucker to the Vikings, Jones to the Patriots, and Newsom to the Cardinals. That's my. I'm 1 for 1 so far. 1 for 1. Did not think that Rashawn Slater would drop all the way to 13. That's a big time surprise. Tim is currently saying goodbye to his wife and children who were over here.
That's fine.
They are going home because they have school tomorrow. He also took his jacket off, so he's here to stay for a while.
Oh, I liked how dressed up he got. I appreciate it. I literally got off work and just rushed here to get on.
That's exactly what he did as well.
Oh, well, I thought he dressed up like that on purpose.
Nope, he just has a big boy job. He has to wear a suit. But threw on that draft hat like a draft pick. You look like a draft pick. Is basically.
I like how you guys have the coordinated draft hats.
It's the
yeah.
It's the Denim Dungeon draft hat.
The draft hat had a. It came out. They showed it. When it came out, they released it, and I was like, "Oh my god, the thing is so ugly." And then I just continued to see it over and over and over, and finally, I was like, "You've worn me down. I'm getting one."
Honestly, man, when you see the picture of the hats, they never look great, but then you see them in person, they look a lot better.
Yeah,
almost every time.
Hey, you know what? I was wearing this hat when we got Trey Lance.
That's
when
right.
We got the quarterback for our future.
That's right.
Like for the next at least decade, in my opinion, I think we're going to be watching this guy play. So this hat did it. And I know that
Vikings could be trading out of 14.
Oh, okay.
The Niners?
Well, who's going to jump up?
Niners?
Who's going to jump? Oh my God! What would they have to give up to get to 14? And who would they be taking?
I don't. Cousins and 14 for Garoppolo and 43.
Rashad
Oh, they
Bateman.
traded it. There it is.
Bateman.
To the Jets.
Get it, Jets.
The Jets.
The Jets.
Wow.
are coming up
Okay,
to
so
get
Robert Saleh.
Jalen Phillips. This is an edge player, I think.
Has
Because who's
no edge is gone yet, right?
no.
Best available according to ESPN. Jeremiah Owusu.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Thank you. Elijah
welcome.
Vera Tucker.
That could
Mac
be
Jones.
It could be JOK for sure.
Quiddy Pay.
That would be a chess piece in Saleh's defense for sure.
Quiddy Pay.
No, JOK.
No, I'm saying maybe they traded up for Quiddy Pay.
I still, it's interesting. Jalen Phillips, if he didn't have the concussion history, would be hands down the best edge prospect in this draft. And so I still think that he goes before Quiddy Pay does, but maybe not. I also think, I know they got Carl Lawson. They signed Carl Lawson, but I don't think it would preclude them from taking Azeez Ojulari, who I think is a perfect fit for that wide 9. Although I don't even know if Saul is going to run the wide 9 in New York. That wide 9 was brought in by Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan was the one that wanted Chris Kasurik to join the coaching staff. So maybe Saleh doesn't want to run that anymore. I don't know.
Just Alex. Yeah, I thought maybe a team was going to jump the Patriots for Mac Jones, but I think Mac Jones is the pick because obviously the Jets aren't taking Mac Jones.
To back up.
Yeah, Mac Jones to back up. Just take all the quarterbacks just to make sure you hit on one. No, yeah. I think Mac Jones of the Patriots is what it is. It'd be such a chess piece move to trade up to just take Mac Jones to prevent him from going to the Patriots. We don't want that so much. We're gonna take another quarterback.
Huh. This could also be for Elijah Vera Tucker, or it could be for Christian Darrisaw. It could be for an edge player. It could be for a corner. There's so many. The Jets are pretty devoid of talent, so it could be anything. The pick is in, though. As you sat with it more, Andrew, are you still whelmed, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think unless it was Fields, I would have been whelmed. I mean, I'm not trying to put Mac Jones in the same box as Trey Lance. I'm really excited for Trey Lance. It's just I was very excited for the idea of seeing what a rookie could offer week 1 of next year, and I just think Trey Lance. I've kind of softened myself. I really do think I think they're telling the truth when they're saying, yeah, Garoppolo's the guy, which so? I don't think is the worst thing. I think there's worse situations, and that's something I've said since all this has started is there's worse situations to have than Jimmy Garoppolo as your starting quarterback.
True. Honestly, and I meant to say this earlier.
Do you want me to tell you?
The pick?
The pick?
Sure.
Or do we want to wait for it to pop up on your TV?
It's a commercial right now.
Breaking news. I think I know.
Go for it then.
I think it's Vera Tucker.
Yeah, that's okay. what the Twitter's being. If they weren't on commercial right now, I wouldn't be saying it. But
I got it. I nailed Vera Tucker at the position 14.
Yeah, that would have been worth a point.
Nice.
Just not the team.
This is a smart pick by the Jets.
So here's what I would say with Jimmy when we talked about, do you trade Jimmy now? What's the least you would take for Jimmy? And Tim said, whatever, like give me a 6th round pick, right?
If you believe Trey Lance is the day 1 starter,
right? And I don't know that they don't believe that, but I feel like if you're trying to do some asset management and you're trying to get the most out of the assets that you have, it could be smart to even if you want Trey Lance to play this year, give Jimmy let Jimmy play through the preseason and let him play through some games. If he stays healthy,
So
by the trade deadline, you may be able to get a first or second round pick for him.
that's my biggest concern.
True.
Right. And this is something I've said. And I don't think the Niners necessarily care about this because I know for a fact they don't. They don't care about it. But could you imagine that the first preseason game, Garoppolo comes out for his 2 drives he's going to get and is very whelming, right? Like he just kind of what you expect, doesn't do anything amazing, misses a pass. And Trey Lance now comes in and takes the rest of the first quarter, second quarter, and he lights it up. Now all of a sudden, the season hasn't even started. And now you're having to deal with this conversation. That's my biggest
awkward.
Fear.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear.
That's a great point.
I'm excited though. Honestly, I think the thing I'm most excited about is we're done with it. We're done with the conversation. We can move on. It's not Mac. I think a lot of Niner fans were really worried about that.
Yeah, they were.
And we can move past it. Now it just comes down to a question of, time and seeing, seeing who actually made the right pick. Right.
Yeah.
I love watching the Jets fans' reaction.
Mac Jones on the phone. Mac Jones is on the phone.
He's going to New England.
Yep.
Watching the Jets fans' reaction when they announced Elijah Vera Tucker, half of them didn't know who he was, and then they said Elijah Vera Tucker, guard,
and one guy was like, "Woo!"
And then they all started cheering. So they didn't get the most intelligent fans in there from New York, but that's okay. This is a good pick. I like this pick at 14.
Oh yeah. Oh, Mac Jones got a phone call he likes.
Yeah, he did.
Can you believe that?
God, Mac Jones is going to go from Nick Saban to his best friend Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Trey Lance, quote, I don't think I could be in a better situation. I'm just super excited to get there and learn.
He's not wrong. He is not wrong.
So we're just assuming Mac Jones to the Patriots. Oh, man. Okay.
Does Mac Jones find success in New England with Bill Belichick and the Patriots?
Mac Jones find more success. Wait, what?
Does he find success?
Yeah, so here's my thing with Mac Jones, and I've said it. This isn't me changing anything. I think he has the highest floor out of the 3 picks. The Niners could have made it at what's it called? 3. I think he has the highest floor. I think he's the most pro-ready guy. Now the question is how high is his ceiling? And I think Bill Belichick is very happy. I honestly, my hot take is I think he's the week 1 starter over Cam. I think Belichick will be happy to kind of go back to and I know he doesn't control the offense. I think he's excited at the idea that he can kind of go back to a normal, not run option heavy offense. So yeah, I think Belichick's probably very happy with this.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically Kyle Shanahan said on KNBR Trey Lance was off the charts in how he broke down film, communicated verbiage, and broke down minutia.
And I think that is the reason that they went with Lance
over Fields.
Right.
What's minutia mean?
Just like the small details.
Why? I've always just wondered, like, why do we got to use big words? Can we just use the little words that makes it?
That mean the same thing?
Yeah.
Trey Lance, super smart.
And super football smart.
The Patriots pick is in.
Patriots pick is in.
Here it is.
It's got to be Mac.
I don't. Part of me wanted to see Mac Jones fall out of the first round.
Dang, man. And the Patriots didn't have to move.
Yeah. Bill turned that in quick, too.
Yeah, it's got to be Mac. Also,
That's how much you want.
Mhm.
Nice.
Twitter's acting like it's Mac. Mac Jones slide from number 3 to number 15.
Oh, there he
Cost
is.
him about $13 million.
Select.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Adam Schefter just tweeted Mac Jones is going to the Patriots. Jimmy Garoppolo is not. Now the quarterbacks room will include 2 Auburn Tigers and an Alabama quarterback.
It honestly, in my opinion, if Mac Jones, since he didn't go to the Niners, this is the next best possible place for him.
Yeah. So now the question is, all 5 quarterbacks off the board, the Washington football team left without a date.
Kellen on?
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo. The Washington football team trades their first round pick to the San
let's just
Francisco
realistically
49ers.
talk about it now.
But you know
'cause,
but you know who else? You know who else was left at the altar? And it was by their own choosing. So but Denver.
yeah, Denver too. Unless Denver's convinced.
Teddy Two Gloves.
No, they're convinced that Rodgers.
Well, Tim's right. They did trade for Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah.
So I guess that's true. That takes them out of Jimmy Garoppolo sweepstakes. And it takes the Bears out. So it's just almost said it. It's just the football team.
So this will be the last pick we talk about tonight, unless the Niners trade back in. The Cardinals at 16.
Greg Newsome. They got to get a cornerback. And all of the elite wide receivers, right? Chase, Smith, and Waddle are gone. I don't see them. Oh, the pick is in.
Pick is
That was
already
quick, Cardinals. Okay, so to recap, Trevor Lawrence 1, Zach Wilson 2, Trey Lance 3, Justin Fields 11, Mac Jones 15.
Yeah.
So if the Niners were at 12 and they stayed, the only quarterback they would have had a chance for was Mac Jones.
Yeah.
So they made the right choice. Say what you want about how much they gave up to get to number 3, but they got the guy they wanted. They have the quarterback for the future. Well done, San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as I said, the Niners never had to move off of Jimmy Garoppolo at any point in this process. And they seem perfectly content with where they're at, which, hey, man, like, it's one of those things that you really trust Kyle Shanahan on things like this. So we'll see where they go and what happens.
You do now that he didn't pick Mac.
Well, I mean, even if Mac was the pick, I would have trusted it. You know, I do have that trust. Now, things we would have said together, me and Jason have already talked about, like things we would have said would have been, you know, the hot seats just got a lot warmer for him, you know,
Totally.
things like that. If Mac Jones was the pick, because that just felt like the riskiest pick at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Especially trading up at the value. Now we know for a fact too that that the Niners wouldn't have had to move up anyway to get Mac Jones.
Right.
Oh, here's his interview.
Whose interview?
Mac Jones. You can tell he's pissed. He on his walk up to the stage, he kind of had a fast pace, a quick gait. There's no doubt that he wanted to go much earlier, and he's playing it off like he's not upset.
Yeah.
But he is happy he went to the Patriots in an elite franchise. Do you see that last look? Just utter frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't like being the 5th guy off the board, 5th quarterback off the board.
Well, he's like, how's he gonna make that 100 mil? 100 mil. All right. Pick is in for the Cardinals.
All right. Andrew, I have a really important question for you.
Yes.
I want you to put Tom Brady's draft picture shirtless side by side with Mac Jones's shirtless picture, and I want you to tell me who looks better.
Same motion.
Same throwing motion to me. That would be my thing. Same throwing motion.
Tom Brady didn't like, he wasn't cut, but he wasn't chubby. He was just like,
He was scrawny.
he was scrawny. Jones is a beer gut. So, all right, here we go. Cardinals pick is in. Goodell just showed the fan sitting in his seat what the pick is.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Interesting.
Really?
They just redrafted Isaiah Simmons.
Mhm.
I don't understand.
If you're
were-
a 49er fan, you got to like that.
They were preparing to cover Kittle and Pitts.
There you go. Well, and now he's got to run down Trey Lance. 6'4", 260. Dude's a freakish athlete for sure. I didn't think he'd go this high. He's a chess piece, but you have that with Isaiah Simmons, who didn't play well last year at all. Well, that was a rough throw from that Oregon quarterback.
Zaven Collins out of Tulsa.
All right.
Important development happening right now. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Oh, no, 1 out. Wait, I thought there was 2. I apologize. Oh, it was a foul ball. 1 out, top of the 9th. Dodgers trail 2-0 still. The Raiders are on the clock. So we'll see what the Raiders do. Maybe we'll just go through Vegas.
All right.
We'll go through Vegas.
I'm gonna say Christian Darrisaw here.
Yeah, my friend, a big Raider fan, I think he said he wanted Darrisaw too.
I had mocked Tevin Jenkins because I thought Darrisaw would have. I thought Slater was going top 10, and I thought that the Chargers would have taken Darrisaw at 13, and so I thought that Tevin Jenkins would be here for the Raiders. The Raiders.
Mac Jones becomes the 11th player Bill Belichick has drafted that played under Nick Saban in college, extending the record for the most players taken by a pro college coach combo in the common draft era.
Interesting. And then
there's that draft stat that nobody really needed to know, but we know now.
But it's interesting to say the least.
It's curious.
Well done, Andrew. Drop that knowledge.
I like it.
Well, I mean, that's what Adam Schefter tweeted. I probably should have cited that. Apologize.
Well, that's fine. There it is. Won the bet. Same motion. Grant Cohn tweeted that Trey Lance's personality reminds him so much of Fred Warner, and I'm okay with that.
That's good.
I'm super on board for that.
So who's still on the board? Who the Raiders can take?
Darrisaw. Watch him take Najee Harris.
Darrisaw makes sense.
But here's the thing: how much of how bad are you at managing your assets for you to trade your right tackle who played well for you to create a need that you then need to fill with a first round pick? Like, that just doesn't sound.
What? Yeah, I feel like it's got to be Darrisaw, right?
I just don't know how to predict what the Raiders are going to do ever.
Cardinals, Jacina Anderson, Cardinals source quick text on what the team likes in Zaven Collins. Quote, big, fast, long, smart.
Nice.
Okay.
The Cardinals, Zaven Collins. What is it? 8 and 9 guaranteed. It's hard for me to remember that it's 17 games now. It took me more math than I anticipated to figure out. But Cliff Kingsbury taking that team to 8 and 9.
I'm still very thrown off that there's no such thing as There's no such thing as a 500 record anymore.
I know, right? Isn't that
Like, is
weird?
the goal still 10 wins?
Because that makes you what, 10 and 7?
Yeah, like is 10 and 7
gotta
good?
be,
Like
yeah.
we got to rethink the playoffs now.
11 and 6. 12 and 5. 13 and 4.
Ooh.
14 and 3. 15 and 2. 16 and 1.
Pro Football Talk Florio just tweeted Najee Harris to the Steelers at 24 unless someone jumps them.
I would
Book
say
it.
that's been mocked. I haven't seen any other pick for the Steelers besides that.
Somebody just tweeted the Warriors should send a thank you note to the NFL draft. Why do you think
are they
that is?
playing- are they
They're
playing
losing.
terribly right
They're
now? They're
losing by
probably having a bad game.
6. They're losing by 6 to the Timberwolves in the second quarter.
The
Yikes.
Timberwolves?
Yeah, the Timberwolves.
Yikes.
So the Raiders
Still-
pick is in.
Yeah.
So the pick is in for the
Yeah, Mac
Raiders.
Jones went-
Oh, he didn't catch it. What are you doing?
Mel Kiper Jr.'s best available. Elijah Moore, Jalen Phillips, Christian Darrisaw,
Darisaw, Jamin Davis,
and
and Quiddy Pay.
Quiddy Pay. We're at pick 17. Elijah Moore.
So
Oh! I don't even know that name.
outstanding.
I don't know if that's more of an indictment on me, which leads me to say that this
Whoa.
is probably a reach. I'm assuming it just came across.
Oh my
first.
God, they're
It's
taking
not-
Alex Leatherwood at 17.
Oh, I was gonna say don't say it yet, but yeah, Alex Leatherwood is the pick for the Las Vegas
What?
Raiders.
He's the left tackle for Alabama. I mean, it's
Look at.
so
Oh my goodness.
almost a consensus second round pick there. Especially with Darisaw still on the board, Tevin Jenkins still on the board, Samuel Cosme still on the board when you're talking about tackle prospects. Now here's a question for Miami. Does Miami go offensive line? I don't
All right,
know.
Andrew. Are we signing off?
Is that what we want to do? We could do that. Yeah, I mean, I know
can
I
talk
said
to
it
you all
last
night
pick.
long, brother.
I mean, dude, I'm just hanging out. I have nothing. I mean, the least I would do is go on a walk right now, which I probably should do.
I love it. Bronx Rob at 84. Raiders doing Raider things.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yes,
I just
sir.
texted
Alex,
my
what's
friend
with them
who's-
and drafting out of position?
I
Agreed.
just texted my friend who's a big Raider fan. Let's see what he says.
So they
You know who else is a big Raider fan? Logan Webb.
they got rid of Trent Brown, right?
Yep.
Only to have to use your first round pick on the same position
Uh-huh.
and a reach.
Uh-huh.
That is
Raiders gonna Raider.
Hey, maybe Vegas is doing Vegas things. All
Yeah.
right. What happens in Vegas? You don't talk about it. You
I
just
texted my friend.
lay it out.
I'm in a group chat. My friend said, "Are you okay?" to the Raider fan, and he just responded, "No."
I mean, he's not a bad
high
bad
five.
prospect. I'm not trying to disparage the kid. I just think he would have been there in the second round. And I think there are better prospects on the board, including Darisaw and including Tevin Jenkins from Oklahoma State. So if you're gonna go tackle, at least do the tackle that should be a first round pick. But all right. It's all good. Oh, Miami's pick is already in.
All right, let's call it at Miami. We'll call
All
it
right.
at Miami,
All right.
But then we have the Washington football team at 19.
and then we have the Giants at 20.
I want to know what Washington's going to do.
Well,
Okay,
we
we'll
can
go-
still watch. We just wouldn't be talking about it.
It's true.
I'm going to give you the keys to
Andrew, when are we going to throw the baseball around a little bit?
Oh, dude, let's do it. You want, actually, you know what? You just turn this off and we could just meet now.
What
I am
position did you play?
frantically refreshing my MLB.com standings.
What position did you play?
I was a center fielder. I pitched a little bit my senior year because we had a guy who was right-handed pitcher. So I'm a lefty. You know that, Sam. You both know that, actually.
Mhm.
He was a righty who could throw like 92. And so I would come in after him because I was the lefty who could throw like 73.
I think you're underselling yourself.
No. I wasn't a very good pitcher. You can go look at my stats on Max Preps, and I could see
Yeah, buddy.
confirm
Okay.
that ERA was
They
not
have the
great.
radar gun on there.
No, they don't have the radar gun, but you could see my very bad ERA. I think it was like 5 something.
I used to throw the pill around a little bit.
Yeah, dude, we should play catch.
Yeah.
More of a baseball guy. You know, if this weekend doesn't go like I want it with, my draft stock, might have to become a 2-sport athlete.
There you go.
Yeah.
Make
I
the
chose,
announcement. Make the announcement in 4 years. I'm going to try and come back as a tight end.
Yeah. I love it.
Do you think he's going to do it?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
The Dolphins took Phillips. Jalen Phillips, edge, first edge player off the board at 18.
Jalen Phillips off the board.
Miami is having
A good draft.
heck of a draft.
So we
Just
will for
talent
sure end
everywhere.
it. We'll for sure end it after the Washington pick. We'll see what they do. This one's an
All right.
interesting one.
They're on the clock. I think they go tackle. I think they go Darisaw here from Virginia Tech. So he's not even that far away. Phillips, man, I think Phillips could have been a top 10 pick if he didn't have the off-field stuff. 6'5", 266.
Yeah.
Super long, super fast. Started at UCLA, got too many concussions, said I'm not going to play anymore, and then said, wait, never mind, I want to play, transferred to Miami. And
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, Bronx Rob again says, good player, but a back injury is scary. As a football player, there's no doubt that when you've had back surgery, we talked about this on our podcast. It's not a question of if you're going to have another one. It's a question of when you're going to have another one.
Which is why Caleb Farley has not come off the board yet, the cornerback from Virginia Tech.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap it up with the Washington football team pick.
How
All
many Alabama players have come off the board so far?
I have the draft board up. I can count for you. Let's see here.
Smith, Waddle,
Waddle
Leatherwood.
1, Surtain 2, Smith 3, Mac 4, Leatherwood 5.
Yeah. Man.
My
The
Raider friends
Dolphins
stopped texting
cornered-
the group too.
Cornered the market on Jalen's today. Jalen Waddle and Jalen Phillips. Yeah, I'm going. What do you think, Tim? I'm going tackle here for Washington. I think it's Darisaw.
It seems to be leaning
Kellen
that way.
Mond.
Oh my God.
You think Kellen Mond? Get out of Dodge. Come
Davis
on.
Honestly,
Mills.
Come on, buddy.
who's behind them and who's available? I can see this being a trade up spot for somebody.
I'd like to see Washington trade out of this spot.
The San Francisco Giants are officially in first place in the NL West.
Boom.
Let's go.
Call
Dodgers-
the season.
Dodgers lost.
Stop the count.
I'll ask you this question, Andrew.
Yes.
If Madison Bumgarner's 7-inning no-hitter doesn't count, why does the Dodgers 60-game World Series title count?
It doesn't.
It does. Let's just start there. But no, I think the no hitter should count. The World Series counts. I don't care what people say.
Asterisk.
Nah. like, listen. If the Dodgers got to play like the Texas Rangers in the World Series because of the 60 games, I could say it. But like the Rays were always going to be good. 162 or 60. The Dodgers were going to be good 162 or 60. They like
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan was a ball boy with the 49ers when Trey Lance's father was in training camp with the team.
Wow.
Oh wow.
There you go.
What does father play?
Don't know. That's
You got
that
the
was
pick
the,
here?
that was the
No,
whole
but
tweet.
Trey Lance has a dog named Niner.
Oh, let's go.
So it
No,
was meant
that's
to
why
be.
it was the pick.
Let's go.
I didn't have that inside information. That would have changed my choice.
For sure.
Wow. What a day. What a draft. I feel like this is actually for the lack of, I mean, there's been a couple trade ups, but I don't know. I feel like it's actually been a pretty solid NFL draft. I think we could all agree that probably the worst pick is Leatherwood, right?
So far.
Right?
A lot of things have happened, but I mean, we've had a couple trades. We've had the Niners picking the right choice. Bill Belichick gets, with at least shirt off pitchers, Tom Brady 2.0.
Yeah.
The Raiders are going to Raider. They're going to do their thing.
With the amount of news that came out before this draft started with Rodgers and all that stuff, the fact that it's
My
been
Raider friend
relatively
just texted, I'm done.
been relatively uneventful in terms of trades and things like that, which is a little disappointing, but that's okay.
So we're gonna find out what the Washington pick is. The pick is in. The pick is in. We're just waiting on it. We're on commercial still. I don't know if you guys are actually, but
We are still. They came back, but it's still a commercial.
what's your guys' plan for the night? Just watch the rest of the draft.
Just got to finish it. Yeah. We
Probably do that while
I'll
playing
say
MLB The Show.
when we I know, right? When we're done here, I think Tim and I are gonna eat some dinner because we haven't done that yet.
I've had my Chipotle bowl just sitting here since we started, so probably should.
We had
Dive into that.
KFC in the kitchen just waiting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like it. I can't wait. I'm a little disappointed that it wasn't Pasquini at 3.
I never
I'm
thought
just-
my draft stock was that high.
I'm just surprised you had time to do a live stream, when you had your draft party.
Why?
Yeah, they sent the invite for the green room, and I just said, you know what? Okay, there's the pick.
Pick is in.
Yeah, the pick.
Jamin
Jalen
Davis,
Davis.
the linebacker. All right.
Jamin Davis goes to the Washington football team.
They need linebackers. Their defensive
do.
line is incredible, but their linebackers are suspect. So that's a good pick for them.
Their defense just gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need an offense. Their defense is
That's
phenomenal.
Yep.
All they got to do is look at all the draft hats right there. Did you see it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sneak peek into the life of a
NFL
prospect.
6'4", 234, a little on the light side, but blazing fast. I believe he runs a fourth. I think he's close to a 4.340. So quick.
Beautiful.
All right,
Good
Mr.
tackler.
Pasquini.
I think that's where we're going to wrap it up. We might
right,
be
guys.
back at some point because the
Hope
49ers could trade in. And if
so.
that's the case, we will go
23.
live.
Najee Harris.
Najee.
Najee. So perfect, guys. Hey, everybody who watched,
right.
thank you very much. Jason and I
Absolutely.
probably be back Monday. I'm guessing we haven't talked about it yet. Give us time to kind of digest the draft, and we'll be back Monday. Beautiful. Hey, Tim, Brian, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Hey, we appreciate you having us on. We
Oh,
love it.
anytime.
If any of y'all who are listening, if you would bless us with giving the Denim Dungeon podcast a chance,
Yep.
we'd love it, man. Brian and I are at it every week.
Yeah, at Denim Dungeon on Twitter, and then just in your podcast feeds, just look up the Denim Dungeon. We'll be
Beautiful.
there.
So, hey, always plug your stuff, please, on our show. We will hype you guys up to the moon, as the kids would say nowadays. I don't know. This is usually where I say Jason. As always, go Niners.
Go Niners.
Go
the
Niners.
Trey area, as some would say. Have a good night, and maybe we'll see you here soon.
Late.
Night.
I think you guys have to end the live stream, though. I don't have that control. Do you have a button that says in live stream? Oh, hey. Oh, my God. They left the studio. It's me by myself. I'm going to click the X button. Have a good night, everybody. We might see you back here in a matter of minutes, maybe hours. We'll see. So have a good night.